we doing? We are back with some rude war. I am joined by, of course, the beautiful, the one, the only, the Aussie. How are we doing?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I don't have a feed to look at, by the way.
Oh, you want to watch the games too and not just commentate based on your guesses? Hey, give me a sec here. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's been a day.
happy to be here. I did a big 6-hour cast yesterday, ready to keep it going. Continue just more StarCraft. I feel like my day to day revolves around StarCraft lately. So, and I'm
Eh,
not complaining, for the record. Like, more than happy.
yeah, I mean, there's worse things to life than having to play or cast some StarCraft. Although I've done a few of those marathon 6 hour broadcasts, and you're just by the end of it, you're like, don't talk to me, please. I just want to sit.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. So I'm just settling in just a little bit. I just came inside. I was working all day the last couple days outside between the casts, so might be a little low on energy initially, but StarCraft always gives me energy, so by the end of it I should be pretty hyped. Also, my boy Wolfix is playing today, right? So
Yes, we got this is a
yeah.
Zerg heavy group and Wolfix.
I do know Wolfix is not necessarily the biggest fan of TVZ. He tends to play pretty technical, but we'll see. He did message me this morning. He's like, I'm super hungover and I might lose today.
Oh, Wolfix.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it's funny because every Terran I know complains about TVZ, and every Zerg I know complains about ZVT.
Right.
And it's like, well, what do y'all want? Like, is the matchup that bad on
Yeah.
both sides? And the answer
I
is
think
yes, but like,
I think complaining about TVZ as a Terran player is a crime. Just my personal input
yes.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah, when like as a relatively newish Terran player still, I my wins over S rank players are like 90% Zerg players. I think the TVZ is very, very hard for Zerg from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's a very mechanical matchup, especially if you're playing SK Terran.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing if you're playing mech or something, it's not exactly the hardest thing to play. But if you're gonna play the bio style, you're gonna play with your two vessels at a time. You really need to be mechanically good, especially if it goes into Lurker Defiler.
Yeah. Yeah, SK Terran is very demanding, but I think it's fun and it's hard for Zerg to do it if you're good at it.
That's
Uh
true. It is.
yeah.
I hate dealing with it. So I go
It
crazy
just
Zerg.
yeah,
Ultras.
it seems so like mentally draining when you're just in like damage mitigation stage where it's like the vessels are coming in and like mass irradiating and you're like consuming and throwing up swarms and you're just trying not to die basically for 10 minutes. Like that seems so miserable to me.
Yeah. Sorry, just getting everyone
No, you're good.
organized here. And yeah, it is really when you're just trying not to die. Dark Swarm here. Oh, he's moving over here. Dark Swarm there. Okay, gotta
Yeah.
get some damage done. You're trying to get units out, and they run by a bunch of Marines, and you're just like,
hmm
please.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're gonna see a lot of ZVZ today, right? Because it is what was it? It's 3 Zergs plus Wolfix, right? That's the deal.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
Crossy, JD Conan, Wizard, and Wolfix,
Yeah. Well,
which is
even though Wolfix is my boy, I'm gonna have to say my personal picks for the group would be JD Conan and Crossy.
I think that's a solid bet for sure.
Yeah.
But so we are doing the round of 16 draw right after. And
hmm
I have gone through the effort of putting everyone's. It's not going to show on camera because it hates me. But I have everyone's name written on a piece of paper. We're going to draw them out of a hat. Like we're going old school on this. No marbles,
That's
no
good.
random name generator. I've got two more blank pieces of paper for whoever wins this group, and we're going for it.
Nice.
Uh,
My favorite is the big like plastic balls they have that every time they get people to come up and like pull them out, they can't even open them. Like it's like
yeah.
too hard for them to break them open. I love those. Those are my favorite.
Oh, you're just like, "Nyeh." The
Yeah.
trick is a lot of those, you just like squeeze them across the middle. They just kind of pop
Yeah.
apart. But yeah,
Yep.
that's one of those things where you should get her out there early so that way you can practice popping them and stuff. It's like,
Hmm.
oh man, it's crazy that we've made it through the entire round of 24 at this point. Well, obviously minus obviously the games we're about to play.
Sure. Yeah, this is the last group that's left. I didn't get to see the games yesterday.
There were some
Not
great
yet, anyway.
ones. It was on paper an upset because Doodle and Dexter both did not make it out.
Oh, really? That's actually
Yes.
really surprising. So, and who were the other two?
That would have been Old Boy and Napoleon.
Wow, that's actually a huge upset, I think. Then I'm
Yes.
surprised Old Boy made it out. I know Old Boy. He's one of my Chinese buddies at this point, but
Yes.
I would not have picked him to get out of that group. That's actually really
No,
impressive.
he had a really great FD push against Dexter, I think, in the for his first series. And then then he
An FD, that's so old school.
yeah, I know, right? And then he just had I don't remember who he played in the winners match, but he just crushed it and was out first.
Huh. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that then. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
didn't watch it. I just kind of assumed that he was not making it out. So,
no, it's all on our YouTube, so you can
Mhm.
easily find it on the YouTube channel. All of our VODs are right there, along with potentially some other YouTube content that might actually go up one of these days. Knock on wood. And
Yeah,
also the
been
group
there.
selection is going to be up there. So once we're done here, I'm going to cut it so that way Wikipedia can have their nice little. Here's your link.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
So,
Sorry guys, players are still just getting set up, so we are just got a couple more minutes. So instead, we get to talk here like it's our job or something.
like it's our job, boys. It's all right. I can talk about StarCraft stuff pretty much all day.
Dude.
Genuinely, I mean that's pretty much what I do. I literally wake up, talk StarCraft. Sometimes I go out and do some yard work or mess with the animals, but it's basically StarCraft all day, every day at this point.
What a life, man. I'm jealous.
I am. I'm living the dream. I'm a farmer playing StarCraft all day. What
Dude,
more could I ask for?
that is. Well, someday, hopefully, I wish to be just as cool as that. Someday.
Hmm.
Oh, man. So obviously, you were doing the co-stream for Philly. Besides all the technical issues, what were your thoughts on it? Like the event as a whole, like the games. I don't know what you watched at day two.
I missed most of day two, unfortunately. I basically only heard about the results, which kind of, I mean, I was like really interested, but it was running at the same time I was doing my anonymous tournament, so I wasn't actually able to catch it yet. I'll have to watch the VODs, but I heard the finals actually, which I guess Striker is on fire lately. I mean, that dude's a grinder anyway, but he seems to really be giving like the top players a really hard time recently.
Yeah, him and Gypsy went back and forth a lot on it,
Yeah.
and it was incredible because I think the biggest disappointment is that both really did not want to go to the late game.
Hmm.
So it was like 7 mid games basically.
That's interesting. I'll have to go back and watch it for sure.
But
Yeah,
we
because
did get
it
all
went to
seven
game seven, right?
games. Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, any series where you get 7 games, in my opinion, is a beautiful one. And
Yeah,
also, I was
absolutely.
observing, so like a little bit biased, but like, all right. Looks like we're almost set up here. We just got to get a couple last things set up.
All right, all right.
Do you got any fun topics for us here?
Uh StarCraft related?
No,
Yes, but I don't know if it's
it doesn't have to be StarCraft. Come on, man. This is my stream. It's never StarCraft related.
Well, it's
You
funny because you asked me that, and I was like, "What else do I have going on in my life besides StarCraft?" And I actually pretty much drew a blank.
can...
It's almost sad. Like it's both nice and sad at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, as much as I love StarCraft, I you do need to get outside a little bit and
Sure.
obviously you get outside plenty enough, Mr. Farm Man.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's one of those things that if you do just StarCraft for so long, at the end of it you're just like, wow, that was a lot of StarCraft. I'm kind of tired now.
Yeah, it does actually happen. So I was talking about this recently with I think it was Sterling, where I was like, it's like yes, I'm playing games all day, but it's not like I want to do in an ideal world streaming like 8-ish hours a day, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm playing like World of Warcraft or something like kind of simple for 8 hours. It's like 8 hours of StarCraft
It's
is
just
exhausting.
bullying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your it's a little bit physically taxing, but it's so mentally like you're so mentally engaged at all times in StarCraft. Your brain is constantly going because you have to be thinking and adapting and adjusting. And then there's like the ups and downs of like the winning and losing and the crazy games. And it's like it really does like wear you out. Like I feel physically tired after playing like 4 or 5 hours of StarCraft straight.
Yeah, I've noticed that if I'm playing, I can't stream for more than like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
4 hours is
it's
my peak.
yeah, you're just starting to either even if it's like all custom games, man, you're just like by the end
Yeah.
of it. It's the balance of like streaming and and playing such a pain.
Yeah.
But you know what's even better? It's just talking about StarCraft.
It's less exhausting for sure.
That's true. Do you want to try it out?
Let's do that. Let's give it a shot.
All right. Do you want to do our intros?
All right, spawning here in the bottom right corner, we have our first Zerg player, DM Wizard. And spawning here in the top left, a very, very tough opponent for Wizard. We have our purple Zerg, JD Conan.
Okay. So a little bit of bias time. I want JD Conan to make top 4
Sure.
of IPSL of this season
Yeah, yeah.
because he was gonna come to the CS Land 2, so not this past one, but the one before, and he got cock blocked by visas because they're like, no, whatever,
really?
right? You know, visa stuff,
Yeah.
and they won't let you reapply for a year, and so by the time he would have reapplied, it would have just been another denial. So I want him to make top 4 this season, so that way he can get it all done. We can make sure he's in. It might not actually be Chicago. I'm still. I'm looking at a new venue that's a little bit nicer, a little bit better for everyone. But anyway, I want to see him at CS Land this year. That's my personal bias.
Do you have an idea in mind for where you're going, or you're just looking in general?
So OU, right? Oklahoma University, or the University of Oklahoma, they have an esports facility. Like they have a full-blown esports facility. Yeah. By the way, 12 pool versus 12 pool. Neat. Love it. Okay.
Wow, that's gonna really rare.
This is gonna be a great game of ZVZ. I'm here for it. But yeah, it's a little bit smaller than the place we use for CS LAN, like in Chicago. But they also have all the production gear in-house. They have staff and everything. And I'm running an event there in March. I'm actually meeting with them tomorrow to tour the facility and like see how it works. But I want to run a StarCraft 2 event there in March, and if everything goes great, yeah, CS LAN will be there. Because if I don't have to spend the $500-600 to get myself and all my gear to a venue, you know, maybe we bump the prize pool up a little bit. You know, maybe we offer extra compensation or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. I will say, I understand. So it's kind of funny they both went 12 pool actually, because 12 pool is like the most like middle of the road safest build, right?
Yes.
Where you're not necessarily ahead or behind in a lot of situations, but it's just safe. So you pretty much never see 12 pool versus. I can't remember ever actually watching 12 pool versus 12 pool.
Yeah, it's like a 12, 11, 10 on both sides, which is.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the kind of thing you'd see at like the lowest level, where it's like, oh, someone was taught 12, 11, 10 and just does it in every matchup. Or it's like, it's only working at the highest level because you're mind gaming your opponent on some level.
Yeah.
But also, these guys are both South American, so they probably play each other a lot.
That's possible actually. That's a good point.
There's a lot of potential for like, oh, I know what he's gonna do, so I'm gonna do this. And that's the beauty of the Star League format, isn't it? That you know your opponent. These guys had like a month and a half to prepare, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually pretty interested to see how this game unfolds. Looks like we did kill that Ling that was trying to get a scout off, so at least there's like a slight advantage. Although then we turn around and lose our Ling on the other side, so. I mean, it's not necessarily like a big deal losing a Ling here or there, but if you get like a 1 or 2 Ling advantage, it's actually insane how much the fight will snowball if you do like a full commit. Oh, Wizard getting more damage on these Lings again. So JD Conan's going to commit to this kind of run by. So he's going to fully commit to trying to get some drones. But he has to be very careful about losing these Lings because, yeah,
Oop.
loses just one more. Actually, a little bit of a missed opportunity, I think, for Wizard because with him having Conan between his Lings and his base, there was
Yeah.
actually a big chance to kill a lot of these Lings.
Oop. Oh, we get the
Actually,
scout
look for
in.
a Sunken.
That's kind of nuts, actually. Getting the scout in is wonderful for him.
Mm-hmm.
You see that the Spire hasn't even started yet? Yours is already down? Gotta be feeling a little bit better about that now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They both made the creep. Okay.
Yeah, JD Conan has skipped a lot of links, so if he hadn't done that, it would have been a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
However, it is a little bit late for these links. We just saved the drones at least. That's
Am I
nice.
going to take any losses? That's nice. So his drone count, I think, is probably a few ahead of Wizard then. He's actually up like 3 or 4 supply right now, which is kind of crazy because he's bled off more lanes, but I guess it's just the extra income from making the additional drones.
Yeah.
Looks like the main a little bit less saturated for it. But I mean, the drone count in ZVZ, it's never going to be, unless it's
Yeah.
like Urban playing ZVZ because he plays for Hive Tech, you're
Yeah,
not going to see like a high drone count.
Urban is my favorite Zerg because of that. I mean, also he's just a great dude. I love hanging out with him, but like,
Yeah, he's
you
a cool
know.
guy. Yeah, I played him ZVZ once, and it was pretty insane.
Whoa.
Gets one drone at the cost of just a Linger 2 here. Gonna have to be kind of forced to
Ooh.
engage here, but gets a really good trade, actually, to
That was a
JD
beautiful
Conan. So,
concave.
yeah, he's just winning these little fights here and there. And in ZVZ, like, it's such a close... like, the matchup is so... What's the word? Flimsy, I would say. That, like, getting these little wins here and there can, like, snowball this matchup so quickly.
Yeah. If you can, like one drone in a ZVZ match, obviously these guys are... Ooh, 2 drones is huge in a ZVZ matchup. No, no,
Yeah.
no, not 3. Come
Oh,
on.
man.
That's bullying.
Yeah, this is actually potentially going to snowball here for JD Conan. He's going to have a big drone advantage now.
He's got the second
Pumping his
gas
meters down on the
advantage,
other
which
side.
is huge.
Yeah, really big.
Wizard
Oh,
had
man,
to make Scourge.
Wizard's going to be so far behind on Muta. And in this matchup, like, when you fall behind in the air battle, it's so hard to come back, right?
He really should make a couple of spores. Like, if you know you're gonna be this far behind, it really is worth just a spore to stop you from getting jumped. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the thing. Like, that's it's an option. It's not necessarily a good option, but if you're like losing the fight, although we might be able to catch some mutas here. It does get one mute on the side, but yeah, all these mutas gonna get cleaned up. One, I guess, barely gonna get away with just a couple HP. We see Conan trying to find that angle, and actually misrallied as well.
Free Muta.
As yeah, pretty brutal for a Wizard, and we're so far behind on the muta count now that
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do as Wizard, right? You drop spores. This is where Ermon goes spores and Hive Tech, like,
Yeah.
because you're never winning the air fight anymore. If you're gonna try to play it out from here, you have to do something crazy like that. But there's no coming back in the air anymore.
Yeah. You need spores. You can go Hydras. You know, if you really want to do something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm a certified Hydra enjoyer though, so.
Like, I like Hydra ZVZ. I don't know that it's any good at all, but I love it when people do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely not the kind of thing you can do against someone who's better than you at the matchup.
Yeah.
But if you're ooh, all right. Well, for JD Conan, that's great. Your Scourge trading out against each other.
Yeah, and we just see he's way up on the meter count. These 2 meters very low on HP as well, so they're gonna quickly go down. And there's a
Dives to
GG
the
from Wizard.
bounce. GG's.
JD Conan gonna take this first game on Radeon.
Oh man, ZVZ to start us off, man.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, I did BSL yesterday, and it was a 6-hour cast, and I'm so happy to see only a 4-man group and a bunch of Zergs. Like, this will be such a nice change of pace from what I just did.
Yeah, it's I'm very glad this season we went with this format,
Hmm.
like just straight ASL format. It is magnifique.
Yeah, I'm a fan for sure.
All
And
right.
I've become more of a fan of best of ones recently. I used to really hate on best of one a lot. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but at best of one, the good player is not always going to win. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like, that's exciting. And I always hated it initially, but now that I've become more involved, I love the fact that best of one can cause upsets. And I've become a pretty big advocate of it.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what happened yesterday. Like not to diminish what the old what Napoleon and Old Boy did yesterday, but
Hmm.
it's absolutely one of those like if it was a best of 3 all the way through, probably would not have looked the same, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The more games you have, the more likely the better player is going to win, right? Um, which is good and all, right? And that's typically what you want when you're getting towards like the end of a tournament, right? And you're looking for your champion stuff. You want to make sure you're
Yeah.
getting like the guy that's the best guy that really deserves it. But uh, otherwise, it's kind of like if you did it that way, like say every series was the best of five the whole way through or something, right? Then it's like you could pretty much just pick the players without playing the games a lot of times.
Yeah, and it's also just gonna be a tough tournament to like. It's gonna be a long thing to run, you
Oh
know.
yeah, it would be exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle that. My old body.
Yeah, I get you. I hear you.
All right, yeah, just get set up here for the next game, guys. It's gonna be Wolfix and Crossy. So that's a pretty good banger right there. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, of course, very heavily Crossy favored, but Wolfix, when he performs well, we'll see how much he's suffering from this hangover. But if he performs well, he absolutely can win. He has a pretty unique TVZ style a lot of the time as well,
Yeah, because
so
he
he
plays
can
like
catch like,
super technical, so we're gonna see like 1-1-1s and stuff probably, aren't
yeah,
we?
he's a big fan of 1-1-1 and really technical play. Uh, and the reason he learned 1-1-1 as much as he did is because he wants to do everything in his power to avoid the Muta stage. He absolutely cannot mentally or emotionally handle the Muta harass.
Nice. I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean I've got a bit better about it now. Um, but especially when I was first learning Terran, it's like infuriating because you're going to take damage. There's no way around it. Against a good Zerg, you're going to take damage. And if you screw up, you're just gonna die. And it's a really
Yeah.
slow, painful, annoying death.
But it's funny because like I'm not by any stretch of the imagination good at this game, right?
Mm,
But even like my mutas, like even if I just do some muta micro, I can usually take a like I can bring a Terran down with my muta micro, you know?
right, right.
Well, let's hope for Wolf's sake that you know, one. Let's hope. Sorry, we hit go and Cross is like, wait, best of what? Like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
little late to ask that, buddy, but we got you.
Oh, crossing. All right, spawning here in the bottom left corner, a very, very strong and scary Zerg for Wolfix to deal with. We have Crossing. And at the top left, a good friend of mine, um, a very strong, technical Polish Terran. We have Wolfix.
I'm excited to see Wolfix play. I have always enjoyed some of his more technical games because I don't know.
Hmm.
I enjoy technical games in Brood War. Brood War is a very technical game, and also I watch a lot of StarCraft 2. So if I wanted just a flashy matchup, I'll just watch StarCraft 2. You know, if I want to enjoy like a technical, actual like down in the dirt RTS,
Yeah.
this is it. You know.
Yeah, I like 1-1-1. I mean, he does have a couple builds, and he has a few variations of 1-1-1 as well, so there will be some stuff to watch out for how he wants to do this. We see that depot coming down, so it looks like he's probably going to be going for a wall in his main with this, so that's already kind of indicating that we will be going for a 1-1-1.
Yeah.
Also want to give a quick shout out to one of the viewers that I know is watching right now.
I'm
She hates Wolfix with all of her heart because Wolfix has nuked her on multiple occasions.
All right, so it's not my mom you're shouting out. Got it.
And I just want to say, don't worry, I will eventually get Wolfix back. One way or another, I will nuke him for you. Okay.
Alternatively, Wolfix nukes Crossy, and the cycle continues anew.
Imagine.
Dude, if we see a nuke in this game, this best of one, right? Not even like in a series, you know, there's a chance. If we see it in a best of one, dude, I don't think, like, what in Poland is strong enough to hold up the balls of that man, you know?
Right. Did you see Radley play yesterday?
I did not. How did he do?
So Radley played against PTAC, and he did a one-base nuke rush build that he killed PTAC with.
No! Poor P. That is the most Radley thing to do as well. Rip PTAC, man.
Yeah. PTAC doesn't play he doesn't really play Muta, so he just went straight nuclear silo, no comsat. And then just rushed a vessel. Yeah, and it actually worked. Like,
that's incredible.
That being said, I don't think we're gonna get that out of Wolfix, but that would be amazing. Krause does play Muta though, so
yeah,
it would be ill-advised.
Well, it was we cast Radley with an IPSL, right? And it was on Litmus, and it was like, you can go for like a one-base crazy push here. And you're like, that's kind of stupid. And then he does it, and it worked, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this one base double gas like mass tank build. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, whatever. Radley, I think has, I think his theory on StarCraft is actually pretty good. Unironically, it's just executing his theory is very difficult.
Yeah, and that's where I gotta get those stickers remade. I had conceptually S rank stickers, and it was like an element, like a periodic table element. And it's like, yeah, I'm conceptually S rank. I understand the concepts of the game. I'm just not doing them right.
Alright, so we have a drone that is about to kill a depot. We do have the vulture that's going to come out and save that relatively soon. We were faking the marine. I love that. He was building the marine to make the drone leave, and Crossy didn't bite. That being said, we're going to lose the drone anyway, so not actually that good for Crossy. Gonna get that kind of mandatory sunken because he did realize this is obviously a mech build.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Wolfix wants to go for a drop with Vulture, or if he wants to go straight Wraith into Cloak Wraith. So these are kind of two variations that you can go for. He's also doing like the less eco build. You can technically do factory expand still. But
do you think we'd ever see a 2-port Wraith out of him? Sorry, we were seeing 1-port Wraith, but...
No, I can't imagine I would ever see Wolfix do 2-port. He's not like a big micro guy, necessarily. Like, he does have good micro, but he's like way more about like the technical build itself and like the execution of things more so than relying on like micro or macro.
I respect that. I honestly, and that's one of the great things about StarCraft, right? Is that you can just be like, I'm going to learn how to do this really technical thing that if you're not ready for it, it will just win the game. And that's not something you get in most any other game.
Yeah.
All right, our first taper airplane away.
First Wraith on the way. We got that add-on coming on behind us, so he's probably going to go for the 3 Wraith plus Cloak variation to defend mutas. And what you're looking for here is basically the tech timing and overlords. So he sees the spire, he's got to div the spire. And now we'll find a couple overlords and be able to pick off at least one of these. Or, okay, there we go. Yeah, I've seen a few things. Even like little things like that. It might not seem like much to you guys, but it does indicate that Wolfix might be suffering from his hangover. His gas was also like 3 seconds late, which, you know, he's done like tutorial videos on like how to never let that happen, that kind of thing. So he might be just slightly off. Not saying that by any means to make any excuses if he loses.
We got to get him in early just in case.
Yeah. I gotta run interference for my boy just in case.
Oh, he has the video on like what is it, the 220 or the 230 fact? Like it's like
230.
Yeah, I don't play Terran, so I just know that it's supposed to come up at some point.
Yeah. It is supposed to come up at some point. That is 1000% true.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes you just got to know the important things. They're going to build a factory. That's an important thing.
All right, we see the bunker coming down. So what I suspect from Wolfix from here is we will go into bio. So he's going to go vessel bio. That is what I think that we will see. He's going to get mines out for his vultures, which is great for control, but Crossy's done a great job of tracking down and killing the first vulture, and he's going to see this mine and be able to clean it up as well. And honestly, we didn't get nearly as many mines out on the field as we would like, so this vision is not what you're looking for as Wolfix.
No, there was like 3 or 4 vultures out, and all of them got picked up. Like Crossy sent his mutas everywhere just to make sure he got them all.
Yeah, we're catching another vulture there too. So pretty good for Crossy so far. We do have that 3 wraith. We have our cloak now, and we see them cloaking to defend a little bit. Did miss his chance to chase those mutas, unfortunately. Definitely could have picked off 1 or 2. I think that's an overlord coming up from below as well, so we didn't get the overlord kill that we would like. And Wolfix is in a lot of trouble, actually. We have 1 turret here and 3 wraith, and he's going to start losing a bunch of SCVs on the bottom side.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest issues of trying to defend with wraith, is that while they technically are like a high damage unit against air, they're not really that good against a pack of mutas.
Yeah.
Not until
you
mutas
have,
like,
are unironically the counter to wraith.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick off a couple Scourge there, so that's kind of nice. But we are losing a lot of SCVs. Going to lose a Wraith there. Going to lose a second Wraith. Not really paying attention.
And there goes number 3.
And this might actually just kind of be over. This is too much damage. I mean, he's going to be able to play from here, but...
Yeah, how much of a game is it actually going to be from here, you know?
Yeah.
It was a cool idea. Great. I mean, obviously a little bit, a couple seconds late here and there, as you were saying, but...
Yeah, just a little bit of control issues, some slight kind of execution issues. And when you're doing a build like this, like such a technical build, it's really important that you basically play it perfectly. It can snowball very, very easily when you start making even a few minor mistakes.
You remember, kids, don't drink the night before a tournament. That's why,
especially against someone like Crossy. I mean, Crossy's control is always going to be amazing, so you really can't make mistakes against Crossy.
That's why we go out drinking Sunday night instead of Saturday night at tournaments.
Yeah.
He's getting all the transitions and everything. Dude, we were, I got back to my hotel room in Philly Sunday night, Monday morning at 4 in the morning. That was a long day.
Yeah.
All right, we're adding on additional racks now, so he's going to start trying to push the bio.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the transition I expected, but unfortunately he's transitioning into essentially what will be SK Terran, but from a pretty big deficit, which does not bode well for Wolfix, unfortunately.
No, and I mean, we have 2 vessels out. At this point, Zerg's already got their 3rd base up. They're getting their Nidus. See the Ultra Cavern coming down here before the Defilers. Crossy just wants to run him over.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Looks like we lost even more SCVs here. Pretty decent split from Crossy here. And yeah, I mean, Crossy's up 20 supply. We're gonna be starting our bio about the time Ultras are making that.
Yeah. Just remember, turrets don't shoot down.
Yeah,
one Ultra's gonna run in here, kill everything. 3 Linged are gonna delete all the turrets, and that's gonna be the end of that. To be honest, if you have crack, like if you get all of your upgrades for your Lings, there's a world where if he just did like 3 rounds of Lings, he just runs in here.
Wow.
There is so little on the ground. That is... How is he so good at that?
I actually don't know how he selected that out of the pack the way he did. That was like right in the middle of the pack. Like the way that got irradiated, I thought Crossy was gonna have a hard time. He instantly singled out the 1 Muta. I don't even know how you clicked that like that. That was crazy.
That was like the only thing I think of is he looks at the wireframe and sees which one takes damage in the first take. It was like that one. But
yeah,
that is superhuman as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, very impressive. And yeah, Cross is sitting here on about a 30 supply lead now, going up to that 4 base. Look at his vision as well in the mini map. I mean, he's just so solid all the time.
Oh, it's a burrowedling. I was like, how the heck does he have vision there? Freaking burrowedlings, man. Alright, we got this neat little ball of Marine Medic tank. But, like, what do you expect us to kill? We've already got
well, I think
ultras in play.
Wolfix knows he's behind, but I don't think he fully knows exactly how far behind he is. I mean, this is a really strong push, and this is part of what I like about 1-1-1 is this timing specifically, but it's obviously a lot later than it would normally be because we lost so many SCVs. And, I mean, the vessel count's pretty early. Like, we have a lot of Irradiates pretty early. He's already dropped 2 Irradiates and has 4 vessels now, so, like, this would normally be scary if he, had gotten an advantage or even, like, a kind of an even game state. This is, like, scary for Zerg, but
Yeah.
obviously in this case, when you're pushing out for the first time and Ultras are already making, it's not scary for Zerg.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything to slow Zerg down, like, at all.
Interesting siege.
Yeah, I wonder if he thought he was just going to get jumped on here when he saw the meters coming in.
Yeah, it might have just been like a safety siege because the scans are just not going down. He really has been kind of in the dark, just kind of doing his own thing because he was so far behind. I think he's like, it doesn't really matter what my opponent's doing. I'm still going to do what I'm doing.
Yeah. He did also see a burrow Zergling. So there's a world where he was like, oh, you're going to try for a burrow play because you think you're that far ahead kind of thing.
Yeah, it did cross my mind that he like saw a burrowed unit and was immediately like lurkers or something, like
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean this is normally a pretty strong push, but Crossy up 35 supply as a Zerg player is gonna set up a pretty decent flank, and I imagine once he gets a bunch of units popping here, we're probably gonna go for kind of a full surround. Some pre-irradiates on the ultras obviously gonna be really good because it's gonna soften them up quite a bit.
I think honestly what's here alone would probably break this, let alone what's coming from behind.
Yeah, he's kind of missing an opportunity to get more irradiates on these ultras. You really, really want to get that down before you push in here to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have a lot of irradiates. But here we go. All the ultras going to come out. Everything flanking from behind. And Kralsey with the Zerg Swarm absolutely follow this army up. Irradiate getting a lot of damage done because that damage does stack.
Yep.
Even when they're touching like this, but it just doesn't matter. Kralsey has so much. He's going to easily crush through this.
And now you just set all your rallies right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think we're just going to see a stream of Zerg now pretty much for the rest of the game. Wolfix, he might be able to hold on a bit because his ultras are pretty softened up. But even if he does hold on here, it's like, how do you ever take another base? Like, Kralsey will just rally into him until he dies.
Yeah, there's not much game here left for our boy Wolfix, unfortunately. But yeah, you just run into the natural. This one tank on the ramp is trying its hardest.
What are the Marine upgrades? I guess it doesn't matter. GG going to be called. Kralsey going to win his match and move on to play JD Conan in that winner's match. Not super surprising, but we were hoping.
Yeah. It's cleaning up nicely. I think JD Conan versus Kralsey is going to be a lot of fun. Best of 3.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. We're going to go ahead and get this all sorted up here. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break while we get everything organized. And when we come back, best of 3, Kralsey versus JD Conan. All right, friends, we are back. All right, guys. JD Conan versus Crossy, best of 3. That's pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I mean, both super good players. The thing is, JD Conan is being like very very serious lately, right? He is like really grinding, and he like really seems to believe he is gonna be like a top dog soon. So I'm actually curious to see how much all that practicing is paying off. I saw he's been taking games off the wall and stuff too recently, so clearly he is getting pretty scary.
Yeah. Sorry, just one technical issue here, and then we can get going, guys.
No, it's fine. After running my tournament, I actually get it now. Like observing and like managing and doing production and casting all at the same time. Like I've seen how impossible it is to actually do everything.
Man, it's if I didn't enjoy production so much,
Hmm.
and that's the thing. I have a big production background. I've been doing it for over a decade, so
Yeah.
that's why it's like, oh, it's really easy. And by easy, I just mean fun. Then I hate myself. Semantics, but like, yeah, it's definitely doing
Yeah.
that and casting and observing and trying to be
Yeah.
interesting for the people. It's it takes a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, and yeah, it's very tough. I don't even know how to do like my production was a complete like if you can even call it production, okay.
Hey, man, if you're out there doing it, that's what really matters. All right, it looks like our players are ready.
All right.
ZBZ madness. And we are starting on Dominator for game number 1.
Yeah, spawning here in the top left-ish spawn, we have our teal Zerg, JD Conan. And here about the 3 o'clock spawn, we have our blue Zerg player, Crossy.
Now, I think we are much less likely going to see 12 pool versus 12 pool this game.
I would be, yeah. I think Crossy, so again, I haven't watched these guys play much ZVZ to begin with, but I think Krause's more of a 9-pull guy. He's just one of those guys where he's like really fast and really mechanically strong. And I
Yeah.
think I could see him doing a little bit more like leaning on players. I could be wrong about that. He might not be a 9-pull player, but I feel like I have this in my head that this is what I've seen or heard before.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, it does seem like 9 pool and over pool are the two, like, aggressive, like, if a Zerg favors aggression, which, I mean, you're right on the money here.
Hmm.
Because, like, Striker is a big overpool guy, right? And it feels like if you're an aggressive Zerg style, you love that 9 pool overpool build. Whereas I do feel like a lot of people, like Zero, he plays a lot of like 12 pool, right? Or even 12 hatch sometimes, because he's just crazy like that.
Yeah. Man, I wish I knew more about this matchup. So we have 9-pull versus Overgas. And
Over
I have yeah, I see Overgas so rarely. Like this is such a rare build. I have no
Overgas,
idea how this matches up. Go ahead.
Overgas is one of the builds I've tried to learn like 4 times, and
Hmm.
because you end up floating a lot of gas, right? Because you just
Yeah.
have your gas so early, it feels so wrong, and I don't feel like I'm doing it right every time. So I've never actually tried to master it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see he's already at
Uh,
120 gas. It's like I'm
so does this allow for like it's like Lair and speed about the same time, right? That's like kind of how it works. Or
yeah. You should have 200 gas right as this finishes, just about.
hmm.
Yeah, you can immediately just spend it all.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay.
It is a
Huh.
really powerful build for that early game because you get the link speed real quick. Versus like
Hmm.
if Crossy wants it, it's gonna be a minute, right? And yeah, I like it a lot. It's one of those things that I just cannot wrap my tiny little brain around.
Yeah, it seems like a really cool build. Um And I guess, I mean, I feel like this is probably JD Conan favored. We're going to have the additional gas incoming. It's not going to be in danger. And it's just going to have the faster layer and speed both, pretty much. Or maybe a little bit later on, like the speed or something. But yeah, he's just going to have an advantage going to this. So this just feels like a good opening here for JD Conan. Maybe a little bit of a kind of metagaming. Know that Crossy likes to go 9-pull, and this is just kind of a bit of a soft counter to it.
What's interesting here is Crossy's waiting in the middle, right? Overlord's looking for the Lings, doesn't see them, but he's not convinced there's an attack yet because he hasn't seen anything on his side. But he really wants that backstab. Whoa! Oh, and it's just gonna... Excuse you, game. No.
Wow. Alright, well, I think this is going to go pretty well for JD Conan, actually. We'll see how much damage Crossing get done on the inside. Might be able to pick off like a drone or two, which would be pretty big.
Yeah.
Or maybe even going to try to... Yeah, because he's going to run around. So this is kind of like Crossy 101. He's going to use his multitasking and speed to really test JD Conan here. And honestly, he just has more lanes, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's...
I think it just ended.
If Crossy went for the drones, yeah, it would be over. But he's dancing around the eggs. Beautiful drill. One drone goes down.
Yeah, okay. Really good defense, actually, from JD Conan.
That
Only
was
lost
really
one
good.
drone.
Yeah, I think there was a
it's
window there
bit...
if Crossy had gone for the drones a little bit quicker, because he was hitting on the eggs for a minute, right? And then danced in. It's like if you committed to just going for it.
Yeah, I will say one thing that Crossy had as an advantage was he did get that first scout versus JD Conan not getting the first scout.
Oh yeah.
And I know in ZVZ that's a pretty big deal when you can see everything your opponent's doing. Like when there's an overlord in my base when I play ZVZ and I don't have one in their base, I just feel like I'm automatically losing because I'm like I feel so exposed, you know?
Oh god, yeah. And they always get first scout when you're trying to do something, right? You're like, oh, right. I'll do something cheeky first scout. You're like, come on. You know? Alright, but meters are out, which means that's the end of the Lings.
Yeah, what's the drone count for both players? Do we have like a 1 or 2 drone advantage? So we're sitting on... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is pretty brutal for Conan. I didn't realize we were down to 4 drone.
We need one more drone. So if you have 5 drones, you can continuously produce mutas out of 1 hatch. Like 5 mineral drones. So if he can squeeze out another drone in here, he will actually be able to stay up just fine. Obviously, it's not ideal when you're still a worker down at that point, but being able to keep up consistent muta production matters so much more for so long.
Looks like he is committing to some Scourge behind these mutas instead, so going to try and make a little bit of a comeback, hoping for some big Scourge connections. We'll see if he can pull that off. And it's really going to come down to how good Crossy's micro is going to be under pressure here. I think being out there for that Overlord, I was going to say, that is pretty bold.
Yeah. JD Conan was like, you sure about that? He threatened to go in, and yeah, we had to back off. Ooh. Oh!
Crossy not looking, actually loses 1 muta there initially. And if we can get some other connections, we do get 1 more connection here, and this is going to surprisingly even up the muta count. So that was really, really good for JD Conan. What looked like it might be almost unplayable with those connections there and getting those mutas, it kind of evens it up a bit, at least as far as the army goes.
Yeah, that was a perfect opportunity. The Scourge came in from the right angle. They actually hit something, and Crossy just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool the way JD Conan kind of baited those mutas towards them and then had this like delayed flank with the Scourge and definitely caught Crossy off guard.
Yeah. Ooh. Diving for a
trades
drone.
a muta for a drone.
That is... I don't want to say that's worth it, but I'm not convinced it's not good, you know? Like... When we're talking 8 drones on the map, or 9 before you kill one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say it's good, but like...
Ooh. I got really close, but 2 more Scourge are going to go down for JD Conan. And I mean, eventually, yeah, so I was going to say, eventually this mineral income will actually turn into something for Crossy. And it looks like we did manage to sneak out that extra drone here for JD Conan. But yeah, this extra mineral income is going to turn into a faster expansion here for Crossy. And by faster, I mean an expansion versus probably never.
Oh. We just eat all the Scourge. But it doesn't matter because we still have one more Muta.
I can't believe he didn't eat a Scourge. Okay, there it goes. The shot goes through. And is Crossy losing this fight? He is actually losing this fight. But JD Conan didn't realize it.
Yeah, I don't know who's losing. Oh, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, JD Conan had an advantage, but it's so hard to tell.
Dude, Muta fights are crazy. Defender's advantage will come in clutch here.
Yeah, Crossy can't even tell how many mutas are there. Like, he couldn't tell if it was 2 mutas or not, but it was actually 3. They were so completely perfectly stacked that you just can't see the mutas.
You have to be able to read the shadows. And I know this sounds like some mysticism bullcrap, but like, no, you got to be able to look at a shadow and go, that's like this shade of darkness, which means this.
Yeah, you got to be able to read the gradient of black underneath the mutas, or you're not a real gamer.
It's true. I can't, so my gaming license was revoked. I'm not a pro gamer, according to Korea.
Well, this game is surprisingly close. It might even be JD Conan favored at this point. He actually took a really good trade. But it's so hard for either player to have any idea what the game state is right now. JD Conan is actually on a timer a little bit without knowing it, because we do have this expansion up. That being said, Crossy doesn't really have enough drones to use it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at, right? Like I was saying earlier, is that you need that like 5 drones per hatchery to make mutas. And he just built a 5th drone here to replace the one that became the hatchery. I really think, you know, with a little bit of retrospective, sniping that 1 drone from JD Conan when he dove in earlier actually is kind of big.
Yeah,
because it really just worked out in the end.
This is like really on the edge, by the way. Crossy is very close to losing the game here. Actually going to get a drone snipe here, which is huge with this economy.
That's nuts.
Oh, every Scourge pretty much. Crossy might be dead, guys.
Yeah, that might be the end of it.
And the Scourge connects as well. JD Conan going to squeak this game out. What a wild ZVZ.
Yeah, we run 2 lanes.
I thought for sure it was over.
I mean, it is. It's all over, but
but the other way.
There it is.
All right.
GG.
GG gonna be called. JD Conan gonna take this first game against Crossy. A bit of a nice comeback for JD Conan. He did have that build order advantage, I feel like, but Crossy did a good job getting in and getting some damage and getting an advantage from there. But ZVZ, man, it's always a knife fight, right?
Yeah, that was honestly very well done, and it's ZVZ can really just, and it's ZVZ, man, right? Like, you just take one good fight, you get a couple of good bounces in your favor, and suddenly you're back in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Very close ZVZ. I feel like every ZVZ is close though, because it's such a low eco matchup that it feels like you're always teetering on the edge of somebody being dead. Even before anything happens, I feel like both players are almost dead.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's like we were talking about like 5 drones versus 4.
Yeah.
Right. What other matchup are you talking about? 5 workers versus 4, like at all?
Yeah.
Other than when you 5 pull or 4 pull a Terran, but that's different.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. It's something I've mentioned before, where it's like in ZVZ, it's like, and that's one of the reasons I personally hate it as far as playing it. And probably even watching as well, to be honest with you. The fact that it's like, if someone has like 1 more drone, it's like borderline unplayable.
Yeah, you have to be able to. one of the main ways I win ZVZs is just draw someone's attention, like do the draw over here, and then just send like 3 lings in to just start shift clicking down drones.
Mm-hmm.
That has won me
Yeah.
more than one ZVZ.
Yeah, I believe it. All right, spawning here in the top left corner, we have our Zerg player JD Conan currently up 1-0 over his opponent. And here in the top right, we have Crossy, currently down 1-0 or 0-1. But I mean, he had a lot of good moments. He definitely shows that he can be taking these games off JD Conan. So I never really knew who I would say is favored in this matchup. Again, my ZVZ knowledge, especially, it's not like I watch anybody play ZVZ either. Like, I'll watch Crossy, I'll watch JD Conan, but if I watch them and they queue into a ZVZ, I'll look away. Like,
You're like, oh, sick. I'm gonna go like grab a snack. By the time I get back, it'll be over.
Yeah, exactly.
I get
my
it.
brain would tell me that it was probably Crossy favored, but I don't know how active he is. I mean, he did say earlier that he hasn't even played Litmus yet, so he doesn't even know the map. So it's possible he's just like not even practicing or laddering.
Which is insane because he's still just that good, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine. I do kind of envy the people that casually play or just don't even play, and it's like if they want to, they can get on and go hit us real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I'm over here fighting for my life, trying to get to S rank for the first time, and these people like wake up and hit S for fun.
It reminds me of Cyril, the StarCraft 2 pro.
Yeah.
At one time, my girlfriend was talking to him at Home Story Cup, and she's like, "You ever tried Brood War?" And he's like, and he's Finnish, right? So it's everything. Even when he's not meaning to be funny, he has that good deadpan humor. He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. I only got to about 2,000 MMR." I'm just like, fucking excuse me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what was this, 12? Was this 12 pool? Looks like 12 pool, right? Versus 9 pool.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah. Alright, so we got 12 pool versus 9 pool.
Was this a 999?
Was it 999?
It looks like it actually, because he got the hatchery down, and based on this time, yeah, this is a 999.
Okay. This should be good for Crossy then, right? This feels, because he'll have so many lings.
Yeah, larva advantage.
JD Conan's going to be under a lot of pressure. Yeah.
The nice thing is JD Conan's sending all of his lings diagonal right now. So this is gonna buy Wolfix just enough time, hopefully, for the hatchery or the spawning pool and the hatchery to finish. Because I mean, you're gonna have 4 sets of lings, which is more than JD Conan's gonna be able to send at you. You know.
I like that you just called Crossy Wolfix. Were you reading your Twitch chat while you're talking?
I may have looked over to see what. Well, because I have it on 2 screens. I have it on the left screen and it's on the right screen. So like sometimes I just end up reading it. And I'm like,
Yeah, I figured that's what happened. We're gonna pull the standard kind of 2 drones with the lings here to try and fight this back. Basically, JD Conan's gonna have a small window. We do have this ling in here that almost gets a drone kill, which would have been super annoying for Crossy.
Yeah, if he got a drone kill, then GG, go next.
Yeah, right.
He made a big round of drones in here, by the way. And both of them are supply blocked at my favorite supply block.
Yeah, Crossy's going to have to lean on JD Conan because the Spire is going to be so, like...
There is
I mean, do we even go... Okay, I was going to say, do we even go layer from here? I was kind of wondering, because a lot of times when you see this matchup of build orders, you might work more towards Spore instead of trying to get in a layer, but... I guess if he gets in here and gets enough damage, or even cancels the Spire, of course, right? Then it's pretty much game over. But
so, if you're playing from behind, a good thing to do is still go. You're gonna need spores, obviously, but well, the game also might just be over here. But if you want to go Spire still, and
that Sunken's dead too.
Yep, that's.
And so we're just gonna focus on the counter attack here as JD Conan. But Crossy can, he lets his hatchery die, and he's fine with that because, there's the cancel on the Spire because JD Conan's going to die. In fact, he's even going to come down to fight these lings and even save the hatchery as well.
Yep.
Everything going right for Crossy.
GG's.
GG. Going to be called. Going to tie this series up 1-1. Nice.
Yeah, it's So yeah, anyway, you want to go Spire still, but even if you go Spores, because you can
Mm,
bank up some Scourge and some Mutas, and then try and sneak them out and get some cross damage done, while they're
yeah,
just dealing with your Spores.
yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I wasn't sure because I guess if you don't, then it's like you're gonna have to commit to a ton of spores because you're gonna be so far away from ever making your own army to fight.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I guess that kind of makes a little bit of sense.
there's ways of playing it, but that's what everyone has taught me is the best. Is still go for it because it really is still no matter what. It's always going to come down to can you contest in the air, and if you skip Mutas, you're never going to be able to. So you're never going to actually be able to push out.
Yeah.
Nice
All right,
little
let's look
explosive
at.
ZVZ as opposed to our big macro game one.
Right. I love that a best of three that goes to game three in ZVZ is like
12
faster
minutes.
than any other matchup. Period.
Eh, Reminds me when I played Nash, and our total combined series time was like 5 minutes because I four pulled him twice.
Yeah, you did that at the LAN, right?
Yeah, it was worth a shot,
Yeah.
man. Unfortunately, my girlfriend had already four pulled him, and we were talking about it, so he knew I was gonna do it.
All right, hopping into game three here, spotting in the top right corner, our green Zerg JD Conan and his opponent that just tied this series up 1-1. We have our blue Zerg Crossy. All right. This matchup really comes down to the build orders quite often. Obviously, the execution of the build order is very important. And I know there's like, to me, it always feels like there's a bit of a, what do they call that? What do they call that when it's like, you kind of have like a, not like a graph, but like a set of like,
Oh,
when
like
you
a
do
flow
this,
chart.
yeah, flowchart. Thank you. God, I was drawing a blank. Yeah. So to me, it's like ZVZ has like such a flowchart to it where it's like, okay, they did this build and I did this build. So next I do this, and then he does this. If he does this, then I do that. Like that's what ZVZ feels like to me sometimes when I'm watching. I don't know if it is that way, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah, kind of. If you're actually trying to like play against your opponent, that's definitely it. Mine is more of a linear, like just a straight line of game started, make lings.
Yeah.
But I'm also not good at the game, so when you're good at the game, it's absolutely a flow chart. It's like, all right, well, okay, he's got his hatch down, which means I gotta push now, or I gotta do this. Okay, he's gonna have his muted sooner, which means I need to react in this way.
Wow, we're gonna 12 hatch. We're gonna go
Based,
12 hatch in the final game, and JD Conan went
based.
overpull, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh, this sucks for JD Conan, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Like, right? We get our lings out in time, no? Against this.
You have to pull drones to defend against this, and
Yeah.
if it was any other Zerg, I would say it's gonna be close. It's Crossy, so he's got a decent shot of holding it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it actually does still look pretty dicey.
It also depends on because JD Conan's first scout's going this way, right?
Yeah.
So Overlord's gonna come down here, which means he's gonna send his lings cross map first.
Okay. Yeah. I guess this is a little bit scary. I mean, it could be worse, right? Not is nine pull speed against 12 hatch is like an auto win, right?
Yeah, unless you really throw, or they are the king of defense.
Yeah, so we got these lings coming across the map now. And see, Kralsey, I assume, is saving his larva to make a bunch of lings here when the hatchery finishes. Yeah, so we're gonna start our 6 lings here. I mean, this looks good to me actually for Kralsey. So we're gonna have 6 lings coming out. We're gonna have the extra larva. He doesn't see the lings coming, so there is that.
Yeah.
Going for JD Conan here, but
So
the
it's
lings
very
are gonna be able
similar
to
to
hatch
last
pretty much
game.
just in time. Yeah, it's
Essentially.
exactly. It's. I was gonna say this kind of matches up the same as like 12 pool versus 9 pool, right?
Yeah.
Very similar looking. But this actually looks just worse for JD Conan, honestly. Although I guess we went 9-9 the game before, right? So
Yeah. 999 is a very good build. It's
yeah,
not very common anymore. I think it's a lot more of a 2v2 build these days, more so than like an actual 1v1 build.
hmm
But it's one of those you keep in your pocket for a series like this because it just works. Would never do it on ladder. Like, it's not a good ladder build. 999 is not a good ladder build.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I could see that being true.
Now, JD
All right,
Conan's
they're
real
finishing up
hope.
for Crossy. The thing is,
Yeah.
his Spire is not even that much slower than JD Conan's. Like, it is a decent bit slower, but it's really not that bad.
If Crossy goes Scourge first, he'll be safe. If he tries to get meters out first, then he's going to lose a couple drones probably. Like, assuming JD Conan goes straight across and doesn't grab the Overlord or something.
Yeah. It is unfortunate he got me here on a ZVZ day, which I feel like I know a decent bit about every matchup except for this one. This is the one that I'm the most ignorant about for sure.
That's me in TVT. They're like, oh, well, this thing happened at this time. And I'm like, cool, he built a factory.
Yeah. Alright, a bunch of speedlings going across the map here for JD Conan. Do we have enough lings for Crossy? Actually, it seems like we're a little bit light
14.
on the ling count here. Crossy looks like he's in a lot of trouble here to me.
Yeah, I mean, a good old-fashioned ling flood's always a good build.
Man.
Well, we have a lot of lings hitting the hatchery, but it doesn't matter because we just have so many.
Yeah, Crossy gonna get his lings cleaned up here, and there's mutas behind this building as well for JD Conan. So
yep, they're just popping.
Any
now.
drone losses we take here, obviously, huge mutas are coming out now. Especially if we cancel that Spire. If we kill that Spire, then the game's over.
Only one egg made. If he can kill this,
it's low enough. I think the mutas can finish this in time?
Let's see.
It's only 2 mutas though.
81, so it's gonna take 10 hits. That's only 5 volleys. That's not like.
Wow. Yeah, the Spire is gonna go down, and I think. Is that just game over? Do we drop an Evo chamber, or do we try to rebuild the Spire?
He's gonna go for the counterattack, and he did build 1 set of Scourge and 1 Muta. Oh, 2 sets of Scourge. There was a hidden egg in there.
Was that an Evo chamber? I think he pulled off gas and dropped an Evo. Yeah. I actually really like this. I think that's really smart. The question is, do we keep JD Conan away long enough?
All right.
I mean, this ling counter is literally hey, bring your mutas over here. And actually gonna kill a drone.
Yeah, this is incredibly dangerous actually for JD Conan. Incredible drone micro there for a little bit. Unfortunately, it's still just lings, so there's only so much you can do.
And JD Conan did not bite with these 2 mutas. He is gonna go across the map for 3 mutas, I guess. So he's gonna kill a bunch of drones here. I mean, Crossy did kill a few drones as well, but this is really painful.
Yeah, we are now equal on 6 drones, and considering Crossy had a massive drone lead there for a hot minute, this is not good for him. Oh.
JD Conan also pulled off. We have just a stray muta here, kind of forgotten about. But yeah, JD also pulled off of gas. I think our boy Crossy's looking a little dead here, guys.
Yeah, this is not great.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get the Spore up here to cover the bottom side of the mineral patch, so he's going to continue losing drones. And
yeah, I honestly don't even think you need to respect the Spore here. I get why he is, but there's so few drones. To be fair, I have lost games being greedy, just trying to jump on it, and he's going to go for the lings here, which is a great idea.
Yeah, his lings will come in and just kind of seal the deal. We'll see the GG here out of Crossy because there's no way. Yeah, GG gonna be called. JD Conan gonna take a 2-1.
Well played.
Yeah, I think Crossy got caught a little bit skipping a few too many. You see how happy JD Conan is. He can't stop himself from smiling there.
Dude, he's just a happy guy, and I love it. So I know his English isn't good, but let's see if we can't get him in here.
Yeah.
Love to interview because he's just a cool dude to talk to, you know?
I've actually never chatted with him before, so this will be my first.
I don't chat with him voice to voice, but like anytime I chat, like text with him and everything, he's just super cool to talk to.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, should be fine for that. All right, just waiting to see.
I love calling the group losers.
It's StarCraft is the only esport where it's called lower bracket instead of like losers bracket and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes, everyone else called it like the losers bracket. StarCraft
I
we
love
call it
calling it losers.
yeah, losers.
Yeah. All right, now the losers are gonna play each other. We'll see if we can get a winner out of one of them.
Well, someone has to make it through, but I mean, the Wolfix versus Wizard. Poor Wolfix, man.
Yeah. Well, he should hopefully do well against Wizard, but if he does, he plays Crossy again, so that kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
And either way, it's just a bad time for him.
Yeah.
It's like, congrats, you got out of it. Joke's on you, actually.
Right.
All right. Uh,
Sorry, I am
all right. Here he
running on
comes.
empty.
No, you're good. Just in time for the man of the hour. Hello, JD Conan. How are you today?
Hello.
Yep.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear us?
A ver.
Hello, can you
Um,
hear us? He's working on it.
hey. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
And
Now you can.
Sorry, my English is bad.
It's
no,
okay.
if I had thought ahead, I would have messaged Goose to do translations or something.
True.
I really need to like figure out where everyone's from so I can try and organize translations for everyone. But how you feeling? Congrats on the win. GG's.
Hmm. Cross is very very hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good though. You looked really happy that you beat
Yes,
Crossy.
Cross is my teacher.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Well,
Cross is in BSL. Cross trained me, teach me versus Siki,
ooh.
and Cross is very very good.
Well,
Well, he must be a good teacher if he's teaching you how to beat him.
today you are the teacher. So
No,
how do you
I am
feel?
the teacher.
You feel good with your performances today? Obviously you won, so but anything you feel about how you played today? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I I feel I mm, feel centered, happy
Nice.
as uh,
Yeah.
I want play versus the Wild Bonnet
Oh, that's coming up.
mm, this month and in December trying with um is the style Korean. Okay,
Yeah.
12
Mhm.
hours play every day.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
good.
want I want win this tournament and BSL. I want win all tournaments.
Hey,
That's good.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm I am in clan Korean I clan
Oh,
and stay training with me in the mornings.
Nice.
it's a great way to start the
It's
day.
showing you're playing really well. I saw you've been beating DeWalt some recently too, so it seems like all the practice is paying off.
So, JD, when you make top four, inevitably, like when you absolutely make top four of IPSL, do you think you're going to be able to travel here for the LAN this year? You think we can make it happen?
Sorry, I don't understand.
All right, top 4, right? In top 4 of the tournament. Do you think you can make it?
Sorry.
No,
No, my English is bad. Sorry.
top
It's okay. It's
quattro.
okay.
Quattro 4. Top 4.
Cuatro, four,
Yeah, top 4. Like best of the best, winning the tournament.
text.
I got you. One sec.
Right, right.
I got you.
I don't understand. Sorry, sorry.
No, you're okay.
All good. International tournaments means international language barriers, and
Ah, mm, top four. Ah,
there we go. Yes.
number one. Igual, Bonit, Thick.
Ooh,
But for me, it's very hard seeking for CBC.
Ziki
Is that?
ZBZ. Oof.
Do you think that's the hardest matchup for you? Is Ziki?
Siki is the best CBC in South Korea.
Hmm.
It's the best. This is God in CBC.
Yeah.
Versus Protoss, I'm best versus Protoss.
Someone has to be good at that matchup.
CBC, he is God. Ah,
So, do you have any preference on who you get in round of 16? Yeah.
hmm?
One second.
Okay.
All right, there we go. We're asking, what do you have any preference on what group you get in?
Mm. Mm. Ah, no.
Names on the paper.
Julian hate me.
he hates everybody. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
Man who complains about lag at a LAN
he,
hates the man from South America. What?
he doesn't like to play with me
Mhm.
for he is only lag. You are good, only lag.
Yep, that sounds like
Uh,
Julian.
he says we all won't never beat him on LAN.
Oh,
Mm.
Mm, but in the last years, he never wins me.
well, we're gonna keep that streak
Mm,
alive, right?
Striker is very good in CBC. I want Julian or Zero or Dewalt.
Nice.
Striker. Striker. No, CBC is hard. He is.
Yes.
He. I hate CBC, but Julian no is no not is
So,
good, and
mhm.
Zero it's good, but no is sick. He no is sick, and uh, I prefer.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice. So basically, we just want to
I
avoid Ziki. We'll beat everybody
uh,
else except for Ziki. That's the game plan.
uh, uh, I even prefer the wild over striker or sick.
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
and
wall.
striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, do you have anything left? Anything you want to say to the audience? Any last words?
¿Cómo? What?
Any? One sec.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna line up some translators, I think, going forward where we can.
Ah.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Well, you live and learn on some of these things, you know.
Absolutely. Now we know.
Mm,
True.
last words is in this tournament you will see a new top circ versus the Wild versus Bonnet versus all players.
Let's
I like the
go.
confidence.
Well,
Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Asu.
yes.
Yeah,
Appreciate
good
the
luck.
interview. Good luck.
GG's. Goodbye.
GG's.
Bye.
All
Uh,
right.
he's actually like, well, a little bit of language barrier, but it is still fun to talk with him.
I mean, I'll say power to him. He's obviously a personable guy because he's not confident in his English, but he'll jump in voice anyway to try. Like
Yeah.
most people wouldn't even do that to begin with. So
No, we've already had a few people not jump in for interviews because, like, old boy, he's like, no English, basically.
yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I respect that.
Yeah. Well, before we get into anything else, let's take a look at how the round of 24 has gone so far. Obviously, JD Conan has made it out. We got Wolfix, Crossy, and Wizard fighting for number 2.
Hmm.
And I mean, they've got a lineup ahead of them. Obviously, we were talking about like we got Zeke, we got Striker, right? Eon Zerg is no laughing matter. Dragon, Old Boy, Napoleon, the dark horses of the tournament for sure, making it out of the round of
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, super surprising. I would have picked, yeah, like you said, I would have picked the other 200% to get out of that group. So pretty big
Yeah,
upset. Pretty cool. I'm actually kind of happy for old boy. I haven't talked to him a whole lot. I played with him some. He's in the Chinese BGH group. That's actually how I got to know him.
oh nice.
And I played him a few times, and he seems like a pretty nice guy. So
And
happy
then
for him.
of course we got Artie McToast, the man who took a map off a Striker recently.
Hmm.
Tarson, Kamizer, Boneth, Razavi. It's gonna be a good time. You know what else
Yeah.
makes it a great time is if you guys help support. Every little bit goes towards making these events happen. And $10 a month, you get all the replay packs. The nice thing is also, if you do it on our website, platinumesports.com, we avoid a lot of the fees that someone like, I don't know, a Ko-Fi or a Patreon might take. However,
Yeah.
we still have them. And if you would like to use those, because I understand that, like, I would rather have one bill coming out a month. I'm very much the kind of guy that likes consolidating all my subscriptions and stuff, especially when you can do them annually.
Hmm.
Man, I get it. So we do have it. So feel free to hop on here. You know, the Patreon, the Ko-Fi, whatever you want, guys. Just help us out. It all goes towards incredible casters like Ozzy, making dreams come true for someone like a JD Conan, and it is every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, like I've always say, you give to us, and we can, you know, we give back to you guys. We do this more out of a love and passion for StarCraft, and yeah, just we want to keep it going. So you guys supporting us allows us to keep doing that for you guys as well. So always appreciate anything, any support you guys can show. But yeah, I'm super happy for JD Conan. I love his enthusiasm. He seems to really believe he's kind of got this in the bag almost.
I respect it,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, and oh god, who was I talking to? I was talking with someone recently, and then they were like, one of the biggest things in a tournament is just having the confidence to win. You know what? It might have been Zun
Absolutely.
yesterday. It feels like something Zun would have said yesterday. Is like you don't need to like be the best. You need to think you're the best sometimes. And it really is
Yeah.
just like it makes a big difference.
Yeah, 1,000% it does. Yeah, I mean, it's something I've mentioned before, and it's something. I mean, we all probably experience it in ourselves, like when we're playing matches. Like, if we believe that we're way outmatched or something, we play like we believed we're outmatched. You know, like
Yes.
you do not play that great. But if I go into a game genuinely believing that I'm going to win or I'm going to play well, then that absolutely translates and shows in the game. So yeah, I agree 100%. You can be a worse player than somebody, but if you believe that you're better than them and they don't believe that they're better than you, you'll beat that player most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It also is just a good mentality to have. Like, if you go into every match going, I'm gonna lose this one, you're not gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna have fun. You're not gonna play well. You're really gonna be your own. Like, you're gonna be the stone around your own neck, right?
Yeah. Well, tell that to Terran players. We walk away from wins unhappy, so
That is true. I do love Terran's ability to take defeat from the jaws of victory.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Another best of 3 though. Let's just keep this train rolling, guys. Wolfix and Wizard, losers match. Whoever doesn't win this is out. Whoever wins this is guaranteed money because round of 16 is money.
All right, and here we have it. 2 players fighting for their tournament life here. Spawning here at the 3 o'clock spawn, we have Wizard, our Zerg player, and his opponent here on the bottom spawn, our Terran player from Poland, we have Wolfix. And yeah, we're going to be playing here on Dominator for this first game. Dominator, a map that I vetoed because of this matchup, specifically. I think that turret placements on this map are an absolute nightmare, and I play exclusively SK Terran. Now, that being said, Wolfix, I don't think the map matters to him as much. Like, he can get the advantages of a 3-player map, essentially, while trying to avoid the meta phase, right? So this is, like, a map where I think these more technical builds can actually be really strong.
Yeah. I think, if anyone's going to be favored on a map like this, it's absolutely going to be Wolfix.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can get away... You get the beauty of knowing mostly where your opponent is, so you can be a little bit more technical, a bit more greedy in terms of like skipping some scouting and such. We'll see what he goes for here.
We're gonna get that ARAC, so we're definitely gonna be starting off with some light aggression here from Wolfix, and the thing to keep an eye on is his gas timing. Does he go for ARAC's 10 gas or like ARAC's 10 gas is like a wild build. Okay, we queued up extra SCV, so we're not gonna be doing that. I've seen ARAC's 10 gas a few times. The build is absolutely psychotic, but it's such a high pressure build that I really enjoy watching people do it.
Understandable. It's always the best builds are the ones where you're like, should that work?
Yeah, my favorite builds are the builds that I would never ever do. Those are the ones that I love watching.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the fun things about being a player versus a caster is like players like, remember Troy what was it, a season or 2 ago, the one where you had like the 3, 6, 9, and 12 you could lock with the egg or the assimilators. And every player hated that map, but it gave us some of the most fun games to watch. Same thing with like Roaring Currents this season, although I think Roaring Currents was a lot more playable and more enjoyable for most people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just, as a player, you hate a map, but then you like the cast, like you do something stupid and it's just great for the casters and it's great for the audience.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like Radley. Radley's one of those guys that I'll watch him play all day and I would never ever do anything that he does.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
8 drones pulled here. That's the right amount. We gotta kill what? We can get 2 or 3 drones to make it.
2 drones is kind of even. 3 drones, you're pretty happy as Terran.
Ooh, well, there's 1. Number 2 is very low.
Second drone gonna go down, and these links still haven't popped out yet. So, oh no, that's 3 drones now. And we're gonna try to tuck here, but we're not quite gonna get the SCVs in time. I liked the thought a lot from Wolfix, but it's not quite gonna work out.
But 3 drones is still very nice. And all that denied mining time. Like, we've been on
yeah.
4 drones mining for how long now?
Yeah, it's still good for Wolfix. He did lose the 2 SCVs though, so that does kind of mitigate a lot of the advantage a fair amount. We do have that Vulture on the way, and DM Wizard has to make that creep colony, which is pretty painful after all the lost mining and the drones that we lost. And gonna go straight into the starport, this time starport before RCC like the previous game. And if nothing else, this Vulture should be able to clean up these lings, which is already gonna be really nice.
Yeah, and this is just micro practice, right? You know?
Yeah,
Like, some people load up Bounds, other people play Vultures versus Zerg.
Yeah, and this is a relatively easy micro to do, as for the Terran players. So it's like one of those it's one of those micros that's really satisfying. We have the layer just now starting, and the starport I think was just about done. So we're probably it's already done. So we're probably gonna need to see a Hydra Den if Wizard wants to basically not die to the Wraith.
We also need to see Burrow, probably. Really, to give him the best shot.
Yeah. I think Burrow can actually be a pretty good response. And Burrow's cheap. I'm actually surprised Zergs don't get it more often. I feel like it's more like they forget to get it more so than like they're like, oh, I can't afford Burrow.
Yeah. I'm on the other end where I get it a bunch and forget to use it. Because it's just so... It's not something you think about very often because Burrow has a lot of uses, but they all seem very situational.
Yeah, there's the Hydra Dens. That's good by Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because that is true. I see that so often where I'll see players do like, they'll like burrow lings around the map or something for vision, and then they get erasered and they just don't burrow because they don't even know they have it.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, where'd all my drones go? Oh, crap.
Alright, so one Overlord going to go down, the Hydra Den just now finishing, so we're going to be queuing up at least a couple Hydras to try and deal with this Wraith, but I mean, if he finds like the second Overlord on the map as well, we're very, very happy as Wolfix here. I think that, was that another Overlord that was below the main? Wow, actually going to kill a drone as well.
Yes.
That's pretty nice for Wolfix.
Yeah, that is an Overlord down below the natural.
Even gonna pick off, just get some damage onto a lane because why not? I guess only one Hydra was made actually, so the DPS is a little bit light.
That's crazy.
And gonna find this Overlord. Yeah, I'm really surprised he went for just a single Hydra instead of 2. So we're gonna get a second Overlord here, which is super nice. This Wraith is getting a lot of damage done for Wolfix so far. We're seeing him take a pretty big supply lead. DM Wizard basically unblocks to get supply blocked again. And a Vulture drop as well. We have like nothing to do with this Vulture drop.
No,
this is really, really strong pressure from Wolfix.
GG go next.
Yeah. And the Vultures can actually win this fight, by the way. Like, Vultures against small numbers of Hydras actually do really, really well. Yeah, it's surprising how fast they kill Hydras. And even, like, mines on the eggs, I love it. Even kills one of the eggs, so that's lost, by the way. That's not a refund, guys. That's... yeah. Hydra gonna go down, Wraith rejoining. This is what I mean. So this is Wolfix Morna's comfort zone. This is what he wants to do with these kind of builds. Really, really high pressure. A-Rax into the 1-1-1, super fun build. And Wizard, I feel like we just went a little bit light on the Hydras and we got punished for it pretty hard.
Yeah, he was trying to cut some corners after the early game, and it's just cut the wrong corners sometimes, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. I do understand it. I mean, that is a good point you're making. He was behind, so he wanted to try and basically play the bare minimum to try and catch back up, but is going to come back to bite him. He does get a mute out to eventually clean up this last Vulture. And a few meters popping out. He might go for like a little bit of a kind of a last hurrah. Maybe I can get a lot of harass damage or something like that, but we have the turrets on the way now, the Vessel already done. Or the Sci-Fi rather is already done, so Vessel on the way. And yeah, Wolfix looking pretty secure.
Now it's just a simple don't die to the counterattack, basically.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to spot the Meta as they come out. Turret's going to be up just in time. as
Yeah,
well. Gonna
this is
repair this
clean.
Wraith, which is nice. Just kind of, you know, like you said, don't die. Just make sure we don't take a bunch of damage. Just be nice and secure here. We have a massive advantage at 4 Wolfix.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous things you can do in a game like this is you could go and essentially beat your opponent, and then they just throw everything they have at you, and you lose. Because you weren't ready for the follow-up all-in.
Yeah. Yeah, it can happen. Gonna try and get this third, but this is more the mind coverage that Wolfix was looking for in the game against Crossy. He just sees like all the movement as well, so he's gonna catch this drone potentially. I mean, it went over the mines. He probably didn't see it. It looks like mind vision is pretty terrible.
He'll find it, or he'll just go past it. Oh, neither player quite sure what to do here. Yeah, he gets it. All right, first vessel's out. We are going to start building up that energy. Those irradiates are going to be disastrous for the Mutaclump, considering how small it is.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad feeling when you take a bunch of damage and you're going to get across the map around 9 minutes and he's already got irradiates for you with your like tiny bit of mutas here. So that's going to be pretty discouraging. In fact, he's not even trying to fly in and find any damage yet. I guess he's waiting to build his muta count up because he doesn't have enough to one-shot the SCVs before. Actually, we still don't even, so it's a little bit painful. Yeah, the first irradiate going to go down. And
not everyone can be
this
Crossy.
yeah, I was going to say, this is not a Crossy split, unfortunately.
There's Crossies, and then there's the rest of us.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. And yeah, we got vessels, tanks. We're getting into our bioproduction now. And I think I would expect, yeah, another really nice irradiate on the bottom muta. Does get a little bit of separation there, so that's at least nice for him. But yeah, these mutas are so soft now, they can't even begin to poke back in.
Yeah, there's also only 3 of them at this point. It's not great, TM.
Yeah, to say the least. This push coming out from Wolfix here in the next like minute or two is going to be borderline impossible for Wizard to hold.
Yeah, I mean, 3 tanks and Marines alone will be too dangerous for him. You add in the irradiates and everything else. Yeah. Not a great game. But I mean, that's just Wolfix has played this perfectly from the start, right? 8 racks got 3 kills, all the drones pulled. Everything was just up and up from the start for him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it's just been... This was a game where Wolfix was more in his flow of things, right? Just from beginning to end, really completely controlling the tempo. And that's one of the things about 1-1-1 is if it is executed well, you know, 8 racks into 1-1-1, like... this is pretty good micro, actually, from Wizard. Hits off a decent number of Marines, so that's a start. But, I mean, he's down to less than half supply, and there's 3 vessels building up energy, and it's tough. It's very tough.
4 tanks is going to chew through any amount of Sunkens we can drop in a hopeful amount of time. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the irradiate on the way out.
Oof, and it looks like Wizard wasn't even looking, so he's basically going to lose like almost all of these mutas, so just 2 mutas left over. I mean, Wolfix 103 supply to 42 supply with this high-tech army coming across the field, and it's not like we have high-tech or anything to buy time either. Well, we do have high-tech. Okay, I'm actually surprised we got to Defiler, but yeah, it's not quite ready. It looks, I mean, he kind of cut as, you know, whatever corners he could, kind of delayed the lurkers to get there, so I think the thought actually is really pretty smart from Wizard, but there's just no stopping this tempo.
Tanks are kind of good.
Yeah, tanks will chew through these pretty quickly. And, I mean, there's just nothing going for it. Yeah, we're going to stem through here. Going to be able to target down his Nidus Canal. Get this one hit Defiler that doesn't even have Consume yet, potentially. And GG going to be called. Wolfix going to take this first game. Going to start us off 1-0 in this best of 3 over Wizard.
Great way to start it. You know, Wolfing's got to feel good after that, right? You got to, first game of the day, you had some jitters or whatever,
Yeah.
still waking up. First series of the day, it's like, nope, we're awake, we've had our coffee, or perhaps the hair
Yeah.
of the dog. I respect it, and he is ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that actually is really important for Wolfix. I mean, obviously he is going to be pretty favored in the series in general, but I think
Yeah,
it's very important for him to kind of find his rhythm and kind of get warmed up and kind of get going before he gets his rematch with Crossy, because he's going to have to really be on point for the next series.
yeah. If you can get that warm up now, you're already gonna be feeling good.
Don't you love it? You love BattleNet right now. I wish they would
Fucking
fix BattleNet, man. It's been a nightmare for the last week.
dude, BNet is Battle.net's been a problem since 2016. It's just slowly gotten worse over time.
Yeah. All right, looks like our next map is going to be Knockout. So we're going to hop into game number 2 here of Wolfix versus Wizard on Knockout.
Yeah,
And
this is the
spawning
difference of
here.
doing it with a pro. You and Zun are able to time that out perfectly. I never can.
try my best. But spawning here in the top left corner, we have our Zerg player currently down 0-1. We have Wizard. And his opponent taking the game last game with a very high pressure tempo build. We have our Polish Terran Wolfix. Can he keep the momentum going?
Well, these cross spawn, so even if he tries 8-raxing again, it's not going to be nearly as good,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's going to try it again, or do you think he's going to go for something different?
I expect something different. I think Arax on Dominator is kind of good in general because, well, I said that, but no, I think we're fine. But yeah, I think Arax is good on Dominator because you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. Like it's gonna be close spawn kind of either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to worry about like a cross spawn problem. So I think it's more maybe for the map that he was doing that. And also possibly you just don't want to do it 2 times in a row because it is risky, of course. There are a couple things that you definitely don't want to run into going Arax.
Yeah,
And
do
I
it
want to
twice
point
in
this
a row.
out.
Gets predictable.
Yeah, it can get sketchy. So Wolfix did the wall that I have been asking people to do for a while now, and this makes me happy. I don't know that it really matters that much. It's just a little thing, and it's become like almost like a, I don't know. I don't want to call it like a pet peeve, but I'm looking for validation. Okay. So
All right, explain to me
most
the
people,
wall.
yeah. So most people on this map, they would do their depot up against the wall, right at the very top, and it creates the gap at the very bottom, which is where your barracks is going to be. So your Marines are coming out where the Lings would be coming if you're getting hit by Lings early.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do it this way, you're away from the gap, and it allows your Marines to not be surrounded as easily if Lings show up, right? It's such a
Okay.
minor thing, but I feel like it's only good to do it this way. No, I can't think of any reason you would do it the other way around. Again,
What about when you move the barracks and now there's 2 gaps? Like obviously that doesn't at that point it doesn't matter that much because you moved the barracks away. But is that any sort of consideration of like later in game, like maybe you don't want Lings to be able to stream in from both sides when you put this barracks up in your main?
Not really, because once you've lifted your barracks, you're not worried about Lings anymore. Because once you're on because you're not lifting until you're on 3 racks production already, right? And
Yeah,
once you're on 3 racks, you're not really worried about Lings at that point anymore.
that's fair.
Because you're gonna have like stim and medics and firebat potential and things like that. I mean, obviously it can still matter some. Yeah, but
doesn't
it's
matter
it's
nearly
pretty
as
minimal.
much. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I was just curious. Always like a little bit of theory crafting.
Yeah. So this is weird from Wolfix so far. This looks like a normal build. That's gonna be the academy. Okay, eBay. Okay, so we're going
Ooh,
5 racks. Which
5 racks
is
plus
not-
1 or 4 racks plus 1?
it's usually 5 racks plus 1. I mean, we'll see how Wolfix wants to do it exactly, but this is weird because Wolfix can't mentally handle mutas, and basically we're going to have that happen this game now. Maybe yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is cool for me. I've never really seen Wolfix play SK Terran, so more power to him that he wants to give it a shot this series.
Yeah, playing straight vanilla Terran's gonna be very interesting for him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
there's no
I've
way you're
seen
as
him
good
do
as he
it.
is without doing it once in a while, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably true, right? It's always good to kind of do a bit of variety in the builds. Kind of a weird tucking of Marines here. I think he hit them to make it look like he might be going mech again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that's the problem with walling off at the front, right? Is that as long as you're trying to use that barracks, they'll know that you're making Marines.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those chads who queues up 2 Marines and cancels one every time it's about to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, that is something that I've seen people do. It's a crazy thing. I mean, it's cool to do, right? To make it look like you're going bio and you're going mech. I think it's really cool. But it's also, you have to pay a decent bit of attention to it. And you do have that money tied up, but it's not that big of a deal to just be floating an extra 50, basically, that you don't have access to. And it can be, like, potential game-winning to trick your opponent like that. I love this Marine. Wolfix was like, oh, there's a Marine over here.
Whoops, what are you doing over there, bud? I don't know if it's worth the APM, though, is what I've always thought, right? It's one of those things where it's like, sure, if I had a spare 150 APM, you could do it, but is it really worth it, right?
Yeah. And we see that Hydra Den coming down here. The muta's on the way now for Wizard, and yeah, it'll be fun seeing Wolfix play some SK Terran. The thing is, like, when he watches me play SK Terran, he'll like see when I get to like the late game or whatever, or like in the early late game.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun. And then he'll try it, and then he swears in Polish for like 10 minutes straight while he's getting harassed by mutas, and he's like, yeah, it's not worth it.
I respect that mentality. We're going to hammer away on the barracks here.
Yeah, did get his strats up in time, so that's good. Probably +1 finishing. Maybe not soonish, but, you know, relatively soon. And the thing about this build is it's more of a passive build, the one that Wolfix has gone for, so it's going to be much more macro heavy, so he's going to have a period where he's going to be leaning on Wizard. But Wizard looks like he might have been going into Lurkers relatively quickly.
Yeah.
With the Hydra Den timing, so...
I was wondering if he was going to try for like a big Lurker bust, like, you know, make just enough mutas for Wolfix to be scared, and then just a lot of Hydra Lurker.
Yeah. There we go. We're going to lift the barracks and start to reposition it now to get it down to their other barracks. And yeah, he actually only did 3 racks. So he did eBay, like, had 3 racks into like a really fast tech. So his starport timing, by the way, is like insanely fast.
Interesting.
Yeah, this was an interesting way of going about it. And I guess he's going tanks as well, so we're going to do kind of an early tank push with a fast vessel timing. This is a really interesting way of going about it. So it's not going to be like more of a standard SK Terran necessarily, but more of a... He's kind of going for a bit of a timing push here.
He's dancing out on the map now, trying to keep the mutas busy. But also, Scan sees the Queen's Nest and the Hydra Den here, so...
I think pushing forward with this amount of bio is super scary. When you see the Queen's Nest only just now, like, halfway done, you should be a little bit worried about how much army could be out on the field.
Yeah.
And this bio ball is not strong. He really doesn't want to risk losing this ball before... Oh my god,
oh.
Well,
3 meters without stimming.
It is worth it, I guess, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't stim, did we?
No. If your opponent just flies over your army, everything works out.
Yeah, so with all that damage going down on those meters now I guess it's completely fine. And this is going to be a very scary timing for Wizard because he's not going to be anywhere close to Defilers once the Vessel tank push comes across the field.
We are going to scout the bottom left, but there's not much we could do about it at this moment.
Is that a tank in the middle? Is that going to get called?
It's definitely in the middle. It definitely...
Okay, so we do catch the tank. We do lose, like, all of our mutas getting it, but at least it does keep them alive.
Yeah.
Do we have lurkers? We have lurkers at the front, I imagine, surely. Yeah, only 2, though, so not super scary. But we got that Queen's Nest out with a block. We got 2 Sunkens. Another lurker building. Are going to get an Overlord here, so that's a nice little bonus pick for Wolfix.
It does feel like Wizards really trying to do this with as little as possible.
Yeah.
Like 2 Sunkens.
Yeah, he is being super greedy about it. But he should be fine here. I like targeting on this Queen's Nest prior to like any sort of pushing or anything. Evo Chamber just now starting. Hive still not done yet, and we're going to try to escort this next tank across. We did kill a lot of those mutas, so that tank not going to be picked off very easily at this point. If Wolfix is paying any amount of attention, it should be completely fine. And I imagine our vessel should be out very, very soon. Oh, we're going to pick off the rest of these mutas. That's nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't really have a good answer for this tank push anymore. We did rebuild a few mutas, but we just lost those 4. 3 mutas, not very scary.
No, you're not going to kill a tank anytime soon with 3 mutas. No shot.
He is trying to get on top of it and get some decent damage. He understands how important it is to kill this tank. He's not going to be able to kill it, unfortunately. He's going to lose all these mutas. And this was a very expensive attempt at this pickoff, but he understands that this tank is like a dissonance. That's why he's so desperate to kill it.
Yeah. No,
I love that Wolfix, instead of... Yeah, okay, it's fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've been in this exact spot before, and sometimes you just send everything on the tank, because if you can kill the tank, you can try and do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lose everything doing it, then, well, you've gained nothing.
Yeah, that was a nice punish there from Wolfix to punish that up bro. Wizard trying to relocate his lurkers, and Wolfix very quickly responded and jumped on top of those and killed those 2 lurkers. So there's only 1 lurker underneath us. I'm actually surprised Wolfix didn't just go. There's like 1 almost dead lurker, and that's it.
Yeah, I think he just saw the amount of Sunkens, thought there was more or something, and he just... A little bit of hesitation goes a long way to giving your opponent a way back into this game.
Yeah. And there's the scan of the stem forward, and only 1 Sunken here remaining. We have a Nidus Canal that's on the way here, but a couple lurkers, or maybe just a single lurker actually finishes up there. The scan with the vessel, because why not? We're going to clean that up. We're going to break this expansion and push near. GG going to be called. Wolfix going to take a pretty clean 2-0 here over Wizard. And his reward...
is
probably another thrashing from Crossy.
Poor guy, man.
Poor guy.
All right. Wolfix v Crossy, the rematch, best of 3.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy that it's going to be a best of 3 this time around and for Wolfix. I mean, like I said, coming off those 2 games, it does give him a little bit of momentum, gets his hands a little bit warm, that kind of thing. And yeah, maybe he can find his stride a little bit better here in the second series against Crossy.
Yeah.
That being said, Crossy, I say it all the time, man. It's tough. Like, he has to be really on point if he's going to take out someone like Crossy.
Yeah, I think he could do it. It's
I think so.
Not going to be easy, but I think if anyone could do it, it would be him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break while we get set up for that. Don't go anywhere, guys. The decider match. Who's going to make it into the round of 16 and get their name in the hat with everyone else? We'll find out soon enough. Hello, hello. We are back for our last match of the day. Whew, Ozzy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm a little nervous for Wolfix. You know, my bias has come through. I'm not hiding it whatsoever. But the games have been pretty nice so far. I'm really happy for JD Conan, like I said before. And yeah, hopefully Wolfix can pull it off. I don't expect him to. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I hope that he does.
Yeah, man of big little faith over here.
Yeah. Look, I'm the friend that nobody wants. I never believe in my friends ever. So
Good to know. I won't call you for help when I need it.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Unless you want to be seen as the underdog. If that takes pressure off of you, then I'm your guy.
Oof. Good news. I'm always the underdog.
All right, guys. Looks like we're ready. We're gonna hop into this first game here of Wolfix versus Crossy and their best of 3 here on Litmus.
Yeah, Litmus. What a fun start to the series.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Since Crossy was saying he hasn't played on Litmus and he didn't want to play before, maybe he changed his mind, I guess. So
He got a couple of practice games in before.
yeah. So spotting here in the top right corner, we have our blue Zerg player Crossy. And his opponent, our Terran player wearing the green shorts this game, we have Wolfix. All right, this is another, I mean, this is, to me, this feels like a really good technical map build as well for Terran. You get a really easy full wall off, and then you get access to the 2 gases. Dogs are also going to be joining in on the cast for this
Yes.
final series.
She was very excited to say her piece about TVZ. Her sister's like
It's
half
very
awake, like,
enthusiastic.
do I really have to get up? No, go back to sleep, you two. Jinx got as far as turning around, was like, nah, never mind, going back to sleep.
Yeah, well, at least we tried. We put some effort into it, I guess.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what Wolfix wants to do this game. I've heard some interesting things about some 1-base builds. Some like this like 1-base like vessel rush you can do off of the double gas and stuff can apparently be super strong. Like you can do like vessel tank off of 1 base because you got the double gas.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's like super hard for Zerg to deal with. I don't think Wolfix is gonna do something like that. That feels more like something Radley would pull out, but we'll see what
Your brain's stuck on Radley now.
It is. Anytime I think of Terran, if I think Terran plus weird equals Radley, like this is just where I go all the time.
Oz is gonna fall asleep, close his eyes, and see a Terran starting to nuke someone and go, ah, Radley.
Yeah, exactly. And not surprising, we see that early gas from Wolfix. So we're gonna see probably some variation of a 1-1-1. And yeah, like I was saying, you get this early wall. We actually didn't get a 12 pull, or 12 hatch out of Crossy.
Yeah, it's a very safe build.
Yeah, very safe. I think this is just the I'm on a 2-player map. I don't want to get caught by something weird. If he hasn't played the map, then he wouldn't know that like early lane builds are pretty bad because of the free wall. Just kind of the easy wall you get here as Terran. Overlord is going to fly in here. I think it's not quite going to see the factory, but it's going to know anyway. I wonder if Wolfix queues up another Marine. I think there's really no point because this is already screaming. Oh, okay, we do queue up another Marine.
Yeah.
So, and then canceled it immediately.
Didn't actually need that.
That was either we changed our mind or it was the worst fake out I've ever seen before. Alright, gonna be a quick starport here. I mean, he may have done it because he saw the lings and he maybe wanted to queue it up in case there was like extra lings because he saw the hatchery timing or something. And you definitely don't want to be sitting on just like 1 Marine and have like 8 or 10 speedlings show up.
Yeah,
So
that feels bad man moment.
Yeah. And we see the creep colony on the way for Crossy as natural, lair on the way. And I wonder if Wolfix will just do starport expand or how he wants to go about this. Overlord is going to sacrifice itself almost. It is
Got
only
it.
a single Marine, so
You gotta know what's going
Although
on
the-
though at this point. He's like, I gotta dive in and take a look.
yeah, decides it's worth risking the Overlord. The Overlord's not going to go down at least yet, but it's going to be very softened up, so when that Wraith comes out, it is going to be pretty low and be kind of a quick finish there. So Wolfix might actually go for that before going for the Scout.
Yeah,
This can be really good to do sometimes too, because if you get the Overlord quickly like this, it can allow, it can supply block. Is actually going to send the Marine out after chasing the Lings off. I like that a lot. But if you kill it early like that, it can supply block before the mutas come out. It actually buys more time for your Wraith to get more kills. But Crawlsy was aware that we see preemptively made some Overlords to make sure he doesn't get supply blocked. So smart by Crawlsy. Who would have thought Crawlsy's a smart guy?
Yeah, he's kind of good at this game. It's wild, isn't it?
And Wraith's gonna get here. See the Spire. Should have time to kill one Overlord if he finds it quickly enough. It is gonna be back behind that natural. Actually, all three of them
There's
back here.
A whole little farm over here. A move.
And we are shooting a Ling. Yeah. And gonna be able to get this one Overlord and get out of here. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to get a second Overlord.
I mean, he's killed 2 Overlords already by killing that first one in the natural.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, maybe because you got that one with the Marine, you might can actually get that third Overlord, which would be sick, but not gonna happen.
Now he
And
has
I
to
guess
ready
we're
up.
making our second Wraith, but we're not making Cloak. We're going second.
He's got the...
Oh, we're rushing straight to Vessel. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
I
interesting.
didn't see that down there.
It's
Wow,
an
so
interesting
we're-
choice.
But we have no units, though.
Why units wouldn't turret do?
Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. I mean, the Vessel's going to come out and get targeted down and die pretty much immediately. Oh, we're going to sit it and repair. I love that from Wolfix. Unfortunately, not quite going to work out, but it was a really great attempt, actually.
That almost worked out
Man, that
really
one,
well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really smart, like, on-the-fly decision, actually. That was almost beautiful, but then it wasn't beautiful,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Too real.
Yeah, here comes the Hydrogen from Crawlsy. And it does look like Wolfix is kind of going for a little bit of what I was talking about. With this just one base, like, Vessel all-in-ish. Is that another barracks, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just going to be this kind of, like, really powerful one base push. So it's kind of funny, I was talking about this build, and that is actually what we're going for. Unfortunately, we lost that first Vessel.
Yeah, if he had
The thing that
actually...
makes it so powerful is, like, the amount of Vessel energy you have by the time the push comes out.
If he had
Sorry, go
kept
ahead.
both vessels alive, or that first vessel alive, do you imagine?
Ah!
Oh,
Man, Crawlsy just not letting it happen.
no, but he is bleeding out a bunch of mutas to do it, but mutas are a lot less critical than that vessel energy.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because even though he loses like a couple meters doing it, like 2-3 meters when he dives on top of it, he loses those meters to the irradiates anyway.
Yeah.
And this basically just stops the like multiple energy accumulation of having like, because imagine if we had 3 vessels already, we'd be at 7.5 minutes with 3 vessels. Like, think about how terrifying that is for Zerg.
That's a lot of irradiate.
Oh my god, we were trying to hide the vessel. I thought for a second, if we didn't go after this Overlord, I think Crawlsy would have found it.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets the
Ooh.
Overlord. Okay. And the Scourge went into it, actually. Oh my god. How
No.
unlucky. Okay. Thank God Scourge are blind, by the way. Their
Oh,
sight
God.
vision is so bad.
You know Wolfix was like, no, for a minute there.
Yeah, right? Okay, he does get the Irradiate down and is actually going to save this vessel. He did, unfortunately, get the lowest HP
Yeah.
muta.
Not the best irradiate, but still better than losing the vessel.
But the game state's looking pretty good. Here comes the tank production. We have the medics, we have the bio out. We're getting our skim and range going now. And this is tough. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Crawlsy, I think, is making Hydra's behind us, but Hydra's also aren't really a good answer for what's coming across the field either. I mean, it could be Lurker, but you know, we're gonna have the vessels, we're gonna have the siege tanks, and yeah, okay, it's a lot of Lurkers actually. Okay, so Kralsey's plan is just to pounce on it when it shows
Just
up.
send it.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you
Yeah,
have
that was
more
more than I
lurkers than he
expected.
does Marines, like.
Yeah. And gonna get the
Oh.
Vulture Scout, but okay. So we do see the Lurkers then.
I
thought
thought
he was just gonna
keep
let
a
it run by.
Yeah, same. That would have been such a sick play.
Alright, free meat on the backside. We see the Lurkers burrowing. And this is gonna be like really this is like kind of a picky fight here. It's very finicky. We're both gonna have to do this like really, really well. It's pretty hard micro for both players. Nice Iridia gets a lot of damage, does separate the Scourge as well.
Tanks are a little bit
Tanks
forward.
went forward and took a little bit of damage. And he won't siege the tanks here. We gotta be careful not to bleed off the bio, yeah. So we're just gonna leave them unsieged because they outrange the Lurkers. He's gonna try to fight him this way. And Kralsey on this other side gonna be trying to cut off reinforcements with these just Fumidon. Honestly, like, those few Marines getting picked off is pretty big because it's very snowbally, this push from Terran.
There's only 8 Marines. Oop,
Ah,
hello.
I think that was one of our like high energy
It
vessels
was.
as well. Yeah.
Definitely was. But yeah, there's only 8 Marines with this push, so killing 2 at home is, you know, essentially a quarter
Yeah.
of this push.
Yeah, and I just feel like there's not nearly enough here for Wolfix. I like the build, but like I said, like every unit's so precious. You gotta be really careful that you're not losing anything. And yeah, Kralsey gonna pounce now, gonna bring up his Lings, Lurkers, the Fumita's even gonna join here. And like you said, there's just not many Marines here for DPS. And this push gonna get cleaned up. Wolfix still pretty far ahead in supply, surprisingly. I think Kralsey just has like no drones because he's been pumping so much army.
Yeah, it's
very
a very
light on the
low
drones.
drill count.
Is that a Defiler mound? Okay.
Very
well,
hopeful one, considering his economy. He's only
And
got
Wolfix
1 on
gonna
this
drop-
gas. He doesn't have enough drones to saturate that properly.
Right. Yeah, Wolfix did drop the CC, so the CC is going to be on the way. I mean, supply still looks pretty playable, and Wolfix is still pumping vessels. So we might be able to get some decent value over time. Gonna get a free muta. Like, every unit in this game is super precious.
Yeah. It's crazy because Kralsey should really be in a better spot than he is.
Oof. Kralsey punishing these vessels, getting too far forward without any protection from the bio. And these are mistakes that, like I was kind of talking about, like, Wolfix can't afford to be making these mistakes. The number of vessels that we've lost that we didn't have to lose, like, the other, you know, the first couple, I get it, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But losing those 2 vessels right there and the one during our push is, you can't be letting that happen if you want this kind of a build to work.
Yeah, this is the... Since you're not going to have as much because you're on 1 base amounts of production, everything you let die just hurts so much more.
Yeah.
Dark Swarm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to be pushing forward here onto Wolfix. Nice body block to get that kind of bonus lurker.
Yeah.
But we really need to unsiege and back up before we take too much damage. And you know, there's no Defiler here right now. Currently, this army does get a little bit separated, but this can kind of be used to
Oh.
call off reinforcements. Please!
Go! Go! Got him.
Yeah, this game's kind of running... Like, Wolfix is running out of time now. This is just too much unnecessary losses at this point. And it's crazy
Yeah.
because supply still looks completely fine for him.
But it's all in workers.
Yeah, a lot of it's in eco. Main base gonna be drying up here for Wolfix. At least does get one of these lurkers on the backside, and man, it's just really unfortunate the number of vessels that we've lost.
Yeah, he just keeps losing to Cross. He's been really good about going out of his way to snipe him.
Yeah, I mean he's doing a, like you said, a really, really good job of every time Wolfix is like slightly out of place, like out of position with his marines and stuff to cover his vessels, he's pounced on them and killed them.
Absolutely. And that's what you want to be doing. Like right here, he's... That one's not quite going to be it, but that's exactly what he's looking for.
Yeah, you saw forward that vessel when it's looking for lurkers. Or sorry, not lurkers, but defilers.
Yeah. He's trying to get those snipes before a fight starts.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Here comes the defiler. Gonna drop a couple more swarms here. Gonna get the irradiate onto the defiler, but the lurkers. I mean, there's not enough swarms here actually to threaten the CC at least. So
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
This is all you need. 3 lurkers and Terran's natural choke.
Yeah, part of the problem right now is Wolfix. The rally is actually working against him, right? He's trying to target that back lurker to try and get some bonus splash damage.
Yeah.
And here come 2 more. Scourge for another free vessel. And the backup defiler has shown up. And even though Crossy's like pretty far down on supply, this is just kind of like a GG moment, unfortunately, for Wolfix. We got lurkers and swarm in our natural, and our main is just about mined out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do from this point on.
I mean, he's got double vessel production. He can lift this and potentially value his way out of this game still. It's not completely over, as bad as it looks.
No, and I mean, if we go up the ramp like this, like...
Yeah. And he's got that little reinforcement ball between Crossy now. Forcing more dark swarms and stuff like that. Actually paying attention, so nice. We are going to save that bit of bio there. Max can heal everything back up. And this is just going to allow him to kill off these lurkers and retake his natural, so...
Yeah.
Oh, we stacked lurkers as well.
That was an irradiate of all time for sure, but...
That was like a love tap irradiate.
Hey, you want to die? Okay.
Alright, the Pilot's doing a good job buying time here and forcing more and more dark swarms.
Yeah. It's like trying to get tanks to siege up as they move across the map, right? Like everything you can, every moment you can waste is good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's about the energy accumulation and just getting the value in the vessel count up. Which, you know, is why losing so many of our vessels is so bad. But even though we've lost like 7 or 8 vessels, we still have 4 vessels here, which is really nice for Wolfix.
It does show how good his macro is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just keeps making them.
Yep, he just gave up on this tank. It deserves to die,
Nope.
I guess.
Bye, tank.
Crossy trying to get his own third base up now. While Wolfix is moving across the map to try and deny a third base, he does see Elise is not in this spawn, so he can probably suspect at this point that it's going to be on the right side.
Oh.
2 more vessels go down. The vessel loss. I keep harping on it, but it's just because it's that important, guys. I mean, we've lost, what, maybe 10 vessels this game, and vessel retention is just so crucial.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to fly right over to the third. That's fine.
Yeah, this drop is pretty nice because Crossy is such low eco, and he's been dedicating his army straight across the map at all times. And we're going to get a free Defiler, actually, which is super nice. I mean, every little bit counts. We got the 2 vessels going to show up here.
We plague our own hive.
Plague the hive, the Hydra Den, the Defiler Mount. We plagued a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I think we hit more Zerg buildings than Terran units.
Yeah. Crossy does clean it up, but that was pretty expensive for him.
Oh no, we plagued our
Plague our
Defiler.
own Defiler.
That's
There's a
not
drone
good.
down there with a plague on it. Like, what? How did Crossy hit a little bit of everything?
Where the heck is this? That's...
Yeah, it's worn off now.
Yeah. That's still just managing to hit everything but what you want. Oop.
God, another vessel goes down. But we're gonna get the irradiates off here. That's probably a Nidus that's building. How close is it to finishing? Because, yeah, okay, it's gonna finish pretty much just in time. But this game's a scrap. I mean, despite how many vessels Wolfix is losing, he's still gaining a bit more of a lead. He is mined down on his main, so he's just on 1 base mining right now. I honestly wouldn't hate to see him like lift it and move it to a third
just fly it
location.
up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, for a game that both of us went yeah, it's probably gonna go Crossy's way. It ain't. He's working for every little bit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this build, it's a super strong build. It seems like crazy, but it's just so hard. Oh my god, that plague.
That's a plague. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, these poor medics. It does at least hit the whole position to make sure they're not wasting all their energy. Gonna make a bunker out here. I kind of like it. I do this too quite often. I always feel like a complete moron because it never accomplishes anything, but I swear it can be good.
So what? Is the bunker just for position between the bases?
Yeah, I feel like bunkers like this for these like kind of soft contains should be exclusively firebat bunkers.
Oh, bye vessel.
Yeah, Crossley's done a good job of just kind of constantly feeding off a small number of Scourge, and they're just always finding their connections here.
Oh, well.
And Wolfix not paying attention. Oh my god, okay, I thought we were going to lose another one. Very, very close.
Accidentally survived.
I think Crossy's main should be mined out on at least one of the gases right now. So his gas income is not as good as you would think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
depleted.
the top one is mined out. Yeah.
He's got 4 on this gas to make up for it.
Yeah, so he's technically only on 2 gas right now, which... I guess 3 gas. He's on 3 gas right now. And Wolfix going to try and jump up here. Does try to jump on top of that Defiler, but doesn't quite get the kill with the bio.
We sent our one vessel that doesn't have energy. Actually, turned out both of them don't have energy.
Yeah, we have no energy on our vessels right now. Ultralist does come out. He is on 1 armor. What's the upgrades for the bio? Oh, wow.
Just
Okay.
attack.
We're +3 attack, so these ultras are going to absolutely melt right now. That was, like, very surprising.
Oh, we're
Oh,
slamming
a
into
counter
the
push here in the
natural.
natural as well, and GG going to be called from Crossy.
GG.
Nice play from Wolfix. I didn't even realize this was happening. Just
Yeah, it's like,
So it's
oh, wow, he's
so-
pushing here. You look over, like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. And I feel like Crossy actually had so much going for him, and he still was under just non-stop pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude killed like 15 vessels that game. I really think this Litmus build might be probably one of the strongest builds, especially if Crossy doesn't play the map or doesn't know anything about it. I can see why it would be so hard for him to deal with this.
Yeah. And I mean, especially if he really hasn't played at all on it, it's a hell of a showing. And yeah, he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet he I mean that's probably his first time seeing a build like this. Like he probably didn't
Also
even fully
true.
understand exactly what he was dealing with, so but yeah, Wolfix gonna win that first game and take us up 1-0 in this best of 3. Do we get the full upset? The problem is we probably run out of crazy builds. But here we go. We're gonna go into game 2. We have Crossy versus Wolfix on Knockout.
Man, if Wolfix takes it over Crossy,
Imagine.
that's probably the upset of the round of 24. Even with Dexter and Noodle losing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely it would definitely be a contender for sure. But spawning here in the top left, here on Knockout, we have our blue Zerg Crossy. And Wolfix wearing one of the ugliest colors in StarCraft Remastered. Spawning here in the bottom left. Alright. Alright. What do you even call this color? I don't even know.
This is it's not the teal color, it's the olive, I think. I think this is
Olive, yeah, I think it's olive. Something like that, yeah. There's so many, all the new colors are terrible.
I don't know. I like having a lot of color options, but some are they're definitely not all created equal. That is 100% fact.
Yeah, that's more my issue with it. So we're gonna get an ARAX out here. This might, honestly, the placement of this barracks, this looks like a BSB incoming.
Yeah.
BSB is a build that I've recently kind of discovered, and it can be super good if it catches the Zerg off guard.
And we are close spawned, although it is vertical, so It's a lot better. You know, it's not horizontal spawns, but it's also not cross spawn.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he is going to get first scouted, which, if Crossy recognizes what he's playing against, you just make a couple sunkens and you're just super far ahead. So this is actually pretty unlucky for Wolfix. The BSB is like, the big thing about it is just the surprise factor.
No, this is the 810 we were talking about, I think.
Oh, okay. Not a BSB. My bad.
Oh.
My bad, my bad.
But 8 racks 10 gas? This is your time to shine. You were the one talking about it earlier.
Yeah, this is the build I was talking about. The complete and total like psycho build that can completely catch your opponent off guard if you're not paying attention. The vulture comes so unbelievably fast after you're like, oh, I'm dealing with an ARAX, and then there's a vulture like right behind it.
Interesting.
Yeah. It can be pretty crazy.
Drone absolutely misses everything.
Yeah, I wonder where we're gonna build the factory. Is he just gonna build it down where the barracks is, or we're gonna proxy it somewhere? Okay, we're just gonna build it in our main.
Drone running home, realizing that like, I don't like this. 9 drones pulled with the scout included.
Yeah. And thing is, definitely a bit of an overstep from Wolfix there. So first we're gonna go down. Pretty decent positioning though. So
That's
gonna get 3 drones
3.
actually. So this is a great start for Wolfix for this build. And I don't think Crossy is gonna build a sunken because of the timing of this.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have a decent bit of time because the vulture is gonna have to chew through all these lings. Does the vulture get out in time? Actually, that's cutting it pretty close. Wait, does Crossy thinks it's cross spawn?
Yeah,
he doesn't know where
it is. I think the drone got like here and then turn around. Like
yeah, I did not realize this was not paying attention yet.
Yeah,
so he does not know that Wolfix is down here.
Oh, that's tragic.
That is some good luck for Wolfix, and I think he's got a starport building in the bottom right corner of his base as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, there's no sunken. Like the timing of this vulture. I think we just started our creep. I think he saw the vulture possibly, or he's just.
He definitely just saw it there, I think.
Yeah, he either saw the vulture, although Wolfix did purposely go low, so I don't think he did see it, but it's more just that he hasn't found Wolfix yet, and he's like, oh crap, this could be mech because he doesn't have a natural.
And this
the vulture gets behind the mineral line here, but it's gonna die to the lings, but it's just getting a little bit of extra damage here. It does actually get 1 extra drone, so that's pretty nice for him. But yeah, Crossy properly setting up his links around here so that the vulture doesn't have an easy escape and can be able to pick that off. So nice cleanup there from Crossy, but we have a Wraith that is already on the way. And what is our tech timing here for Crossy?
Layer's still
the layer's not even done yet. We did start the Hydrogen though, so that's good by Crossy.
Yeah, he clearly understands what he's up against. Let's see how well he actually deals with it, though.
Yeah, the fact that he recognized that he needed this Hydrogen immediately, based on the Vulture timing, is very, very smart from Crossy.
Yeah. What happens when you're good at the game?
Yeah. Gonna get supply blocked. Hopefully he was able to start up a couple of Hydras before that happened. But our next Overlord is actually going to be able to call it. Yeah, so he does get at least 2 Hydras out. Looks like 3 total. This Vulture going to actually help buy time for the Wraith. Oh, we're not going to finish that? It was only 3 hits.
Go back. Go back and kill that right now. Excuse you.
Yeah, I can't believe we're letting this Overlord walk away.
Huge regrouping, I guess.
Okay, so we did come back for it, but the Wraith barely going to get alive, get away alive. We have 4 Vultures out and an add-on, so I think this is going to be a Vulture follow-up. I can't believe we're going in here with this Wraith. That's
yeah,
crazy.
He will get out, but somehow, barely.
Yeah, he wanted to check the Spire timing, I'm pretty sure is what it was, because he doesn't know how far meters are, and he didn't really get to check because he did get zoned out by that Hydra, so he's probably feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know if he saw the Spire. I wasn't really paying attention if he got deep enough or not. We got 5 Speed Vultures here, but there's a decent number of Hydras. They're going to come in here
Oh,
and actually going to get inside. So maybe get like 1 additional drone or something, but it's definitely not as much damage as Wolfix was hoping for.
no, it's not worth all the vultures.
Yeah. The Strength needs to come home and get repaired. We have mutas on the way. He does have a cloak, at least.
The nice thing is
And
now he knows the Spire and everything. If nothing else,
Mhm.
he at least got something out of that YOLO.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna start some turrets and start repairing this Wraith. I hope he starts repairing this Wraith, rather.
Poor Wraith. No love for the Wraith.
Gonna set up our mines in case of Lings joining the mutas. We have 2 extra SCVs just chilling here at the natural. Supervisors, as we like to call them.
Oh, yeah. It's a union job building command centers, you know?
Yeah. And Muta's going to be coming out now. But Wolfix, not exactly where you want to be. Like, it's been pretty decent damage and decent harass overall. I would say he's still maybe slightly behind. But he is at least going to get his turrets up. And like I said, we do have our cloak for our Wraith as well.
Yeah,
And, oh, it's a bunker. Okay, we were starting a bunker there at the front.
it's not the most ideal spot for Wolfix, but his early game was a lot better than some of his previous matches have been.
Mm-hmm. And here come the 2 additional Wraith with cloak.
Beautiful cloaking, by the way. Like, waiting specifically until one gets targeted to cloak it.
Yeah. It has run out of energy, so it's going to get chased down and killed
Whoops.
off, but additional Wraith being made. We get our bunker finished. At least going to survive the mutas for now, but you see Crossley starting to take that supply lead. And this time we're not skipping out on any turrets. We do not want to die the same way we died in that first game.
Yeah.
Leaving his Wraith cloaked, this is actually
Super
sometimes
bad.
a good thing to do because, well,
Really?
it's intentional. Yeah, so it's intentional because what Crossley will try to do, and he did it earlier, is it's like you leave and then you come back right after because it's 25 energy to start the cloak.
Okay.
And you just make them like uncloak and then recloak right away.
I see what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mind game that gets played sometimes.
We're repairing like our life depends on it, and it kind of does.
Man, those turrets perfectly split the damage to kill 1 muta and almost 10. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Missile Turret Man's working overtime to choose targets that won't die when he shoots at them.
Hey, we got the healthiest. Oh my god, so many mutas died, yeah. We got the healthiest muta. That was the perfect irradiate that Wolfix could have gone for.
It's about
So that
time
was
we
a really
finally
nice
get a good
moment.
one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the best Wolfix could have hoped for. That takes so much pressure off of him with
Yeah,
that
look
irradiate.
look how bruised these mutas are after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't really find any more damage now with these mutas. So that'll take some some of the pressure off of Wolfix and actually helped him catch a good bit up in supply. Third base coming down here for Crossley at the 12 o'clock spawn, making our Hydra's probably going to be making some lurkers, and I assume that's a Queen's Nest building there. It could be an Evo.
Yes.
Okay, it is going to be the Queen's Nest, yeah.
And now it's Crossy doesn't have enough mutas to get in. Wolfix doesn't have enough army to push out. And now we wait.
Yeah, the game will even out a little bit, but Wolfix is going to have a pretty decent tech advantage. And that is something he's just always going to have doing this kind of like 1-1-1 build. Is just the vessels are going to be so far ahead of the Queen's Nest, and you just have so much potential for value.
Yeah, 1-1s are great with how quick you get your tech.
Crossley going straight. Well, okay, never mind. He started a hatchery and then canceled it.
I think he was trying to save the drone.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I like it when you spend more than the drone to save the drone.
Absolutely.
All right, gonna come out with these lurkers. We do have these mines actually set up defensively here for Wolfix. We'll see if he gets some pretty good value. There is a chance actually that we're gonna move command these in.
That's what the lings are for.
Unfortunately, the lings come through and cleaned it up pretty much perfectly. But here come the lurkers. We have a decent bit of bio. We have the bunker here. We get 2 irradiates down, but there's a lot of lurkers here. We do have a tank at least to try to outrange the lurkers a bit, but they're going to get some pretty good damage in the meantime.
Yeah, there might be just a little too much Zerg here.
Yeah, we might want to evacuate. There we go. I was going to say, I think we want to evacuate these SCVs while we slowly chip away at these lurkers. I don't think he's going to die. Maybe? Okay, at least one of the Scourge goes down, so that does save it. The tank does go down, but a second tank comes out behind it. So Wolfix isn't going to die. He's going to trade pretty decently. But this buys a lot of time for Crossy as well to get into his Defiler.
Yeah, he's also still working on getting that base up and running. Or just make Hydras, I guess.
Oh, okay, it's more Hydras. So he is like really committing to the pressure here instead.
I think he thinks he can break them. This is absolutely a Zerg mentality thing where it's like you get so focused on, I think I can break them. Yeah. You kind of lose sight of the game.
Well, with no bunker being rebuilt, it actually could be possible. I think Wolfix doesn't expect Crossy to keep leaning on him. And he's going to fan out a couple vessels here. Make sure that he's not getting flanked or something. Get an idea of where the lurkers are going to be. Going to get 1 irradiate down.
Crazy place to be with the tanks.
Yeah, the bio not backing up the tanks. That's kind of a good point. Wolfix did this a lot in the last game. We just like went out with the vessels with like 0 marine support. And yeah, he just did it with the tanks again too. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Well, I kind of like Wolfix's position, honestly, this game.
Yeah.
We have a good bit of vessel energy, so a lot of potential. The Defiler's not going to be ready with Consume super soon, so there is a window where if Wolfix doesn't get crushed like he keeps doing by Crossy every time he pushes out previously, because we see like Crossy setting up a flank again. Like this is something Crossy has been doing really well. But this time, Wolfix is aware of him going to spot it out, get a little bit of extra damage onto these lurkers, and kill off some lings. These lings are still slow lings, by the way.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten speed, which if you, the rule of thumb is if you don't have speed, you should get it while your hive is morphing.
Yeah.
So that way you have it for when you get your, that way you can go straight into cracklings.
Mm-hmm.
But Crosby's saying,
oh my god, that is so unnecessary. The Marines
just watch that happen. They're like, good luck, Tunk.
That is so unnecessary. I hate to see it.
Yeah.
But we're going to get irradiates down onto these 2 lurkers, and there's still no defilers out on the field right now. This push is really, really scary for Crossy. Honestly, I don't see much for him to survive this push with right now. We have slowlings, like, and that is it.
Yeah, we have some Scourge, but there's a Defiler over at the 3rd. It's going to pile through now, but...
Okay, he was hiding it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. He was hiding it at the 3rd to make sure it didn't get irradiated. That was actually really, really smart, because with that Defiler going down, he just dies, right?
Yeah.
So, really smart to kind of hide it there. Now, Wolfix can pivot up to this 12 o'clock spawn and start to chip away here. And yeah, I think it'd be a really good play. He is down to only 1 vessel right now, got another vessel coming across the field. Does Crossy realize that because he can move to intercept it, which is what we see happening. So, Crossy, nothing goes unnoticed by this man.
No, Crossy's a certified gamer. I bet Crossy's got his gaming license in Korea.
Yeah, surely he does. And 3 Defilers pop out here on the spawn, though. Luckily for him, those tanks were out of range, because that would have been an absolute disaster. And we're so desperate that we're consuming our own Defiler, we're consuming drones, like, whatever we can just to stay alive. But that was a costly defense. And in the meantime, we see Wolfix once again pouncing forward, jumping on top of this Nidus Canal, and gets the kill there, which makes that 12 o'clock spawn extremely exposed. Oh my
Oh,
god, was that the double lurker bug or did we double
I think
spin? I'm not sure which
that
one
was
it
a
was.
double lurker bug, I think.
Yeah. But this is great pressure from Wolfix, and he's taking a third behind this as well. And like I said, with that Nidus Canal going down, it really exposes the 12 o'clock spawn. He's not quite looking at this army, so a couple of tanks going to go down. There's one Defiler still alive up here, which is going to buy him enough time to potentially remake that.
But he's eaten almost all of his drones at this base.
Yeah.
Does it actually matter?
Yeah, Crossy's just surviving. In fact, that's a good point. With so few units here, we can pretty much just kill the lurkers and then go kill them. And actually just going to pivot. He's bunch of fire bats here mixed up here, and GG gonna be called. Wolfix with the 2-0 over Crossy to move on to the next round. I can't believe it.
No, yeah, speechless would be a correct term for it. All right, where's my paper? Gotta get the pen.
Yeah, really impressive showing from Wolfix. I like these really high aggressive builds. He really kind of showed us a really high level different angle here for TVZ.
Yeah, and you know, he plays fun games. He does different things, and in the end, it worked in his favor.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
All right, we will pull Wolfix in here for an interview real quick. And this is where the fun really begins.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second here, getting all that organized. We'll drag up the man, the myth, the legend, the Wolfix. How you doing?
Hey, pretty good to be fair. I did impressive. So
you beat Crossy.
yeah, exciting. Yeah, I think I never beat him before. I think so. It is like my first 2 wins probably.
Yeah, it's a hell of a win for you, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. And the second game, I thought I'm losing. I'm hard losing, but well, I don't know. I guess he did this lurker all in kind of, and the game turned here because I was sure he's rushing Hive like he did before versus my 1-1-1. I had like scanner, so I couldn't check. But yeah, when I saw lurkers, I was actually like, okay, if I defend, then should be good. And yeah, this is what happened actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very impressive. So this Litmus build,
yeah,
I was talking about this before you did it, this build. I was like, I've been hearing about this build. And I was like, I don't think Wolfix will be one to do it because I've never seen him do it before, but it seems like such a strong build. You lost like 10 vessels that you didn't have to lose. And
I know.
Still...
I know, it was terrible. I was swearing under my nose so many times in this game.
I believe it.
It's actually crazy how good he is with those curves. Like, you are not used to that. You are not used to this level of babysitting the vessels because you don't play people like him. So, yeah, it's like you have to play a lot, get used to that, to actually constantly be alarmed about this. Because like there were so many random scourges over them. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was talking about that, about how well he was doing with just kind of the random like couple scourges, like always finding their connections coming from like different angles and stuff.
Yeah,
he also picked up 2 first vessels. That was actually also crazy, especially the first one with pure mutas. I was like borderline repairing the first vessel, but he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go. No, you go. Don't worry about me. I'll keep doing tournament stuff.
I got you. I was a little bit curious. You told me this morning that you were feeling kind of hungover and stuff. Were you feeling that during the games, or did you wake up a little bit going into this last series?
The first game, definitely. I mean, I was already feeling kind of better towards the evening, but the first game I was completely like clueless what I'm doing. I didn't know what's going on. the bunker in the first game was misplaced in this best of one, because if the bunker was at the bottom of my net protecting the mineral line, he couldn't harass my net like that. But well,
Mhm.
yeah, that was a stupid mistake. Yeah, so I felt pretty bad in the first game because as always, all I did today before the games were playing 1A, 2A, 3A one time. So
Mhm.
that's my warm up.
Yeah,
Hey, it's
yeah.
a good warm up. It
Uh,
seems.
yeah, it's pretty good, but at the same time, I'm just not playing enough before this matches. I should probably just do more of it, but yeah, today there was no chance because I
No,
wasn't feeling too well.
if you were playing or practicing, I would actually be more concerned, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Well,
So
that's pretty good, man. I'm actually like super happy for it. Obviously, I was very biased
thank
during
you.
this cast. I haven't been
just a
hiding it or
little
pretending at
bit.
all.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's always also like easier to be biased towards underdog, right? Which I clearly was in this matchup. So people
Yeah.
are probably not mad about it because it is usually
Mhm.
like that. People cheer for worse players.
Yeah, I even said during the stream that I had absolutely no faith that you were going to beat Crossy. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I kind of didn't believe it myself as well. So yeah, that's nice. Uh, yeah, the Idrax did the work because I killed like 3 drones, so it's already kind of good for
Mhm.
Terran. And the first game, what was it? First game, I don't even remember. Ah, it was this Litmus. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you?
Litmus.
So I wasn't paying attention. Was that a 10 Rex or sorry, 10 gas or 11 gas or what was your gas timing that last game?
In last game, it was 11. It was
11
11.
like,
Okay.
11?
yeah, the way I'm doing it is always like you queue up STV because you're supply block, so you queue up one STV and then you drop the gas ASAP. So it's like it's 10 or 11 depending on or whether your supply finishes before you can put it down. So,
Gotcha.
but it's technically 11 because you're supply blocked in the worst case. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I do this build a lot, this Atrax into 1-1 on. I like it a lot. People struggle versus that because they don't. Yeah, no foreigners play though, so I'm
Yeah.
advantage in this field because like I have experience because I do that. People Zergs don't play versus that too often, so
Yep.
yeah, I think that's the most problematic for them. I did the same versus Wizard, right? And in the first
Yeah.
game on Dominator, it was exactly the same thing actually.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
worked out really well. You seem to have a fun little pocket of 1-1-1 style builds, 8 racks included.
Yeah, I just hate playing versus Mutas. Actually, like I genuinely cannot like even if I have advantage versus Mutas, but they harass me and they keep picking off my Marines and the CVs and whatever. I get so mad during the game that I cannot control emotions, and I had to come up with anything that just deals with Mutas in some other way than chasing them with Marines because I just cannot stand it. So that's why I'm doing this 1-1-1. I actually doing this 1-1-1 since like I don't know 2008 or something like that because this is when I think Fantasy versus GG played it for the first time in OSL or MSL. He
Oh
introduced that,
God.
and ever since
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
playing that.
throwback.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny
It
you
was
say
like
that because
Mac follow up back in the day. Sorry.
very good. I mentioned it multiple times during the cast that's exactly why you do 1-1-1. And it's actually funny hearing you say it because it's almost like verbatim what I said. I
It
said
really
Wolfix goes
is.
1-1-1 because he cannot mentally or emotionally handle the meter harass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite literally everything has just been, oh yeah, Ozzy said this earlier, where you hate mutas or you
Yeah.
do this
Yeah.
because it's more fun.
We were discussing this with Ozzy multiple times, so yeah, he knows what's
All
up
that
with me.
being said, I'm curious. In your second game against Wizard, you actually played not necessarily
Normally.
SK turn, but you played like a normal turn opening into this tank push. So
Yeah,
what
it was supposed to be completely normal, but I scanned his Hydra and he's not.
yeah,
So he was making mutas, and during muta production, he already dropped the Hydrogen.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, so I'll cancel the Barak and speed up the tech. And yeah, that was the idea. I was supposed to like play normal 4x plus 1 in this game, actually.
yeah. Yeah, I actually even said it when I saw the Hydrogen go down. I was a little bit uh we'll say interested as well. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's an abnormally fast Hydroden. So yeah, I like that then. So that was not the plan, that was an adjustment. I think that was a really smart adjustment because when I was watching, I was like, man, there's like no way for a wizard to stop this push timing because of how he opened. It was really
Yeah,
intelligent play
even
by you.
I still lost the first tank for me to
Yeah.
mute us. So it was even, like it was slower than it should be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why he put the. Well, I don't know. It's a gamble always for Zerg, right? Because you don't know where to put your building, whether main or not. But for Zerg's players watching, you should do it in main because Terrans wants to scout the nut almost always. So it's better to drop
Yeah,
the buildings in your main.
I agree.
Good to know.
Because if I didn't scan that, I would probably just go normal 4x. It would be still probably okay, but then suddenly you are encountering lurkers and you don't have this factory fast because you are going pure marines at the beginning, and it's just
Yeah.
it's not gonna be a fast game for sure from this point.
Well, you made
All
good
right.
work of it. So I have one last question. I don't know if Ozzy has anything, so I'll let Ozzy do anything if he's got any other questions.
No, I'm good. You can move on.
All right. So we are about to do the group draw right after this interview and a short break. Is there anyone you're hoping to have in your group? You hoping for the all Polish group or something?
No. To be fair, I don't even know who advanced, so it's hard for me to tell. I know that yesterday we had an upset because
Yes.
Old Boy and Napoleon, right? They
Yep.
advanced.
We have
So, we have some.
Boneth, Razovi, Zeke, Artie McTosis, Tarson, Kamizerg, Eon Zerg, and Dragon.
Yeah.
The round of 24 players.
I think I only cannot win with Bon and Shiki probably, so
Zeke's
the rest
a
is
tough
in
nut
my
to
range
crack.
probably. Yeah.
I think DeWalt's in your range.
That also plays. Okay, no.
DeWalt,
well,
sorry, yeah. DeWalt's already seeded in the round of 16 along with Striker, Julian, and Zero.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, even Bon and Shiki I can probably beat one out of, I don't know, 20, 15. So maybe this will be the game. Like
them
with
dice
Crossy
rolling.
today. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it will happen. I don't know.
You beat them, go up, buy a lotto ticket, win the prize pool right then and there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to say to everyone? To the adoring fans in chat?
Yeah, thank you to the guys who cheered for me, and I'll try to do as well in the round of 16.
This guy cheered for you a lot.
I'm the only one that cheered for you. Nobody else cheered.
Okay. Thanks, Ozzy.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. GG's.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you. Thanks for organizing. Then
of course.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. We're going to take a quick 5 minutes here. When we come back, we are going to draw from a hat, quite literally, named from a hat, round of 16 groups, minus, of course, who the players have chosen. And, of course, it is the Passion hat. So don't go anywhere, guys. We have the best part of the video, or the best part of the VOD coming up right now. So we'll be right back. That didn't work. That sentence wasn't great, but you know what I meant.
we got you.
guys, it's time. Oh, man. Yep, it's just me. Ozzy. Ozzy's done for the day. He is a little tired after a long cast yesterday. I don't blame him. I need to change one setting. Hi, Tolly. Don't show your butt to the camera. It's not nice. All right, guys. Round of 24. Guys, we've made it. We done it. Round of 24 is complete. We are now on to the round of 16. And I feel like first I should show you this, which is my very, very, high-tech way of keeping track of who will go where, is, of course, a screenshot from Liquipedia. As Eon Zerg Dragon, Old Boy Napoleon, Upset City. Tarson and Kame Zerg, worst losing is absolutely an upset here. Nesh losing was a bit sad. Nesh being the bottom of his group honestly makes me sad. Like, Nesh is a great dude. Hanging out with him in Philly was so much fun. We have, obviously, Zeke and Artosis. And then the Germans did not make it out. This was not a German-friendly group. And then Boneth and Razovi making out. Raz and Turtle did not quite make it. And, of course, we just saw the great JD Conan and Wolfix fighting their way out to take out Crossy and Wizard. And now the real question is, where are they going to land? Who's going to get DeWalt? Who's going to get Julian, Stryker, and Zero? Oof. Well, the good news is I already know some of those answers. Because, and we'll bring it back to me. Hi. The players all got to choose one of the people who they want to be against. So, DeWalt, unfortunately, was unable to be around today, so he did not get to pick someone. The other three players have, however, already chosen who they will be against. So, we'll do those, and then every other name that gets picked is coming straight out of this hat. Whoop. Someone's excited to play in the round of 16. All right, so first up, it is Stryker, who has chosen, come on, Old Boy. Stryker has chosen Old Boy to be in his group. Oh boy. Jinx, are you excited? Stryker and Old Boy, Group C. She just wants the scratches. All right. Next up would be Zero, the man, the myth, the BSL legend. He has chosen Razovi. Don't mind my handwriting. It's bad. I'm aware. The Polish gotta stick together, it does seem. And, of course, Julian. Now, who would Julian pick, right? This is the real question. Who would the craziest Zerg around pick? And he picked Artie McTosis. All right. So now the question is, who does DeWalt get? DeWalt, of course, the, probably the favorite overall. However, he has looked human recently. So, who knows? Let's see. Who does DeWalt get? It is Wolfix. Hello. I'm sorry, Wolfix. I'm sorry, bud. That's unfortunate for Wolfix. He had a great day today, and he gets to go against DeWalt. Hopefully the rest of the group is a little bit more doable. Hi, Jinx. Stop licking your butt. Stop. You're going to lick your fur off, all right? Puppies. Don't look at me with that cute face. All right, guys. Obviously, Group A is DeWalt. Group B is Julian. C is Stryker. And D is Zero. So we're just going to go A through D for this. So the next one will be in Group A with DeWalt and Wolfix. All right. We're going to, actually, I should hold the hat like this so that way you guys can see that StarCraft is, in fact, my passion around here. And the answer is Eon Zerg. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Wolfix. This is not the group Wolfix wants for sure. So now it's DeWalt, Wolfix, and Eon Zerg in a group together. First of all, you're against DeWalt. Second of all, if you're against the Zerg, and he clearly is not a big fan of that matchup. But, and by the way, if you guys are curious, yep, I can't see anything. These are all folded in half. I'm looking at you, chat. Actually, I'm looking at you, chat, over on my side screen, but that's fine. So, this is for Julian's group. So, you have Julian and Artosis in this group. And the winner is JD Conan. I'm so sorry, Wolfix. So JD Conan, Artosis, and Julian. Julian's not going to love that one. That's for sure. The hat decides, man. Look, the beautiful thing about physically drawing names from a hat is that at the end of the day, I'm blameless. All right. We get another bunch of names moving in here. This is for Striker's group. So this is Striker, an old boy, and ding, 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 ding. There's a name. Zeke. Striker, old boy, and Zeke. All right. Ooh, that's going to be a fun one. That's going to be a fun one. All right. Now, this is for Zero and Razavi. And who knows? Well, the hat knows. If you can see the future, you probably also know. But, all right, we're going to grab this one because it landed on top. Tarson. We really do have the Polish group going. All right, so now we have the group of Polish, which means Bonnet has to get drawn for group 4. That's the only option here. Guys, the hat giveth and the hat taketh away. That's for sure. And I literally am not looking at this until I show it to you. Bonnet goes into DeWalt's group? So what's that? It's DeWalt, Wolfix, Eon Zerg, and Bonnet. Which one of you just farted? What the heck? That was you, Jinx. You're fucking smacking your tail. Wolfix. Wolfix, I'm so sorry. We don't have the group of Poland, though. Wolfix, I hope your TVP is really good. I really hope so. Wolfix is just going to block me after this. I know it. I can already tell he's going to block me for this one. All right, Group B, Julian, Artosis, JD Conan, and Dragon. Ooh. So what is that? It's Artosis. What is the other one? JD. Not bad for Artosis, you know. A lot of Zergs and a Protoss. I mean, Artosis' best matchup is TVT for sure. But like his TVCs looked really good. Like when he was playing against Striker at Philly, I think the man can do it. There is a world where the man can do it. All right, so now all we have left is Napoleon and Kami Zerg, the Swedes and the Finns. So one of them gets Striker, one of them gets Zero. let's see who gets striker. Is it going to be Napoleon or Kami Zerg? Either way, it's a Zerg. So, yeah, Wolfix is blocking me. Napoleon. Napoleon goes into Group C. Which means Old Boy Napoleon. Hi, can I help you? We'll go out in a minute, okay? Can you wait, please? All right, Jinx, come up here. David versus Goliath. No, it's more like David with Goliath. Come here, Jinx. Let me give you a couple of pats, all right? And then, do you want to draw the last name? Do you want to draw Kami Zerg out of the hat? Here you go, Jinx. Do you want to get the last name? No? No? You're not going to be my cute assistant? Okay, fine. Do you want to at least read the last name? Jinx, who is it, Jinx? No, don't lick it. And the last, but most certainly not least, is, of course, Kami Zerg going into Group D. You know, someone asked me about this, and we'll go ahead and click over to this. That way you guys can see it, because obviously a visual cue makes this a lot easier. Jinx, can you wait like 5 minutes, please? Please? Thank you, girl. So, obviously we have DeWalt, Wolfix, Eon Zerg, and Bonus. But the biggest thing right here is, right, is like all of Group B, like Group B and Group C, they just like, you know, Tarson and Kami Zerg immediately will have to play each other along with Zero and Razavi. And then, you know, we have Old Boy Napoleon and Zeke all throwing in with Striker. That's another Zerg group of death, too. Oh, no. I mean, I'm fine with that. I say, oh, no, as if it's like, you know, a bad thing. Sorry. No, I'm just... Wikipedia is also asking some questions. Seppu, the hero of Brood War. Seppu. Oh, man. It's going to be a good season, I think. This round of 16 is going to be intense. Guys. I hope you're looking forward to it, because I am most certainly looking forward to it. It's crazy, you know? We've made it this far, guys. Look at all these players, man. These players have battled their heart out, and now only 2 from each group will move on into the round of 8. Guys, round of 16 starts Saturday, November 15th, 11 a.m. Make sure you're there. Guys, I appreciate you all. You all have been incredible. Thank you all for hanging out for the group selection. I'm going to go ahead and apparently rip this because I forgot to hit record on the group selection because my brain is massive. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Next Saturday, 11 a.m. Central U.S. time, guys. We start with probably DeWalt's group. We still had to clear who will be around when. I want the people who are BSL oriented to be on the Saturday because Saturday starts earlier. So we might switch around some what groups are when. But anyway, 11 a.m. next Saturday. Be here, guys. And until next time, I appreciate you all. Peace.